Yeah, not late. What's up, everybody? Nushindozer here, and it's 6 o'clock, and it's Wednesday, and it was a really rough week, but today we turned it around, and we're feeling pretty good about it. What are we playing today, Nush?
We are playing another Crab's Treasure, continuing our playthrough. The atmosphere is quite electrifying.
Yes, because everything's all about electricity.
In this area that we're in currently.
You see that? Look at that. They currently, yeah. I getcha.
And, Fry, I love that you're gracing the stream with a quote, but I think your quote command comment thingy came in before we actually hit live, so it didn't work. But welcome, Fry, Flo, come on, Shaky Gamer. How are you lovely globs and humans this evening or whatever time of day it is for you?
It's good for us.
Like, we're okay. I feel like this week's already been like super long. Like, we've just been kind of, I want to say I was girl bossing all day today. And like yesterday and like Monday.
Right.
Dose is also like doing a lot, and I don't know, do guy bossing, is boy bossing, man bossing? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
If it is, it isn't yet.
And so begins a stream, a laughter, a joy, a prospect to dream, timely and heard, not quite absurd, and coffee is drank and the ocean is sank. Hey guys. Wonderful entrance and right on time midnight coffee. How you doing?
How's it going?
Oh my goodness, the
That's
Kessler's
very nice.
Arcade, member for 23 months.
I got a
Thank
job
you.
interview tomorrow, so I won't make it to tomorrow's stream, but hope you guys are having a great day.
We are, and we wish you good luck in sending positive vibes your way that your job interview goes well. We're going to be rooting for you, and we look forward to an update after.
Oh, yes, yes. Whoa.
But yeah, that's exciting, Kessler. I hope everything works out the way you want it to. In your favor. Yes.
May the
And thank
odds
you
forever be.
Yes, and thank you so much for being a member for 23 months, and not only just a YouTube member glob, but a globbier glob, and also being one of our patron globs as well, Kessler. We are so appreciative and grateful for all of your support, and all of the places.
We very much are. Thank you. And yeah, we'll be thinking of you. We'll keep you in our thoughts.
Yes.
Good luck.
I want to make sure. Yeah, okay. I need to make this. I always make the font not big enough for me. Like, when I pop out the chat, it's hard for me sometimes.
Make the font bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is this a sign of aging? I don't know.
Maybe, but also at the same time, I can't say that the prescription on my glasses has gotten any like quicker worse than when I was a kid.
You know that term, like, for people in their 40s, where like they're geriatric millennials? Like, they call it that,
right?
Like, because they're like late, or like they're, I don't know, like, it's that term, and I'm like, obviously I'm not there yet because I'm a 90s baby, but like I think about that a lot. Like, when do I feel like I'm gonna be like a millennial and then like transitioning to a geriatric millennial? Have you guys heard that term? Is it just us? I don't know. I hear it everywhere lately, but it's not like me. Like, I have this bad habit of thinking that everyone that like we hang out with is around our age, but it's not true. Like, most of them are older when it comes to like our work friends and things like that. Whereas when it comes to like here in the community with like the glob community, it ranges from like 13 all the way to like freaking 60s, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Whoa.
Like, but I assume everyone's around the same, but even though I know that's not true, I just have that bad habit. And Flo, yes, I did see your messages in the pre-stream chat. I do have Streamlabs open and ready to go today. Thank you for that reminder. And I hope you're enjoying your cherry pudding that you made. And hopefully we do make progress with that battery and all that stuff in the game.
I hope so, because I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yes. I'm sorry that today was a stressful day, Midnight Coffee, but we're here to have some fun too, and hopefully with that's exactly what will happen with our little crab friend here and all the other globby globs and humans. And the Kesslers in Texas were cooking.
There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here in Texas, but it's not technically as hot as it is on the East Coast right now. Like, the Northeast right now of the United States at least has been like record highs that they haven't seen in like decades, or like a dozen years or something. Like, I don't know, it's been all over the news. And yes, Kessler, we're not elder millennials yet, but like I just keep hearing that term, and I'm just like, dang, what's gonna happen then?
Hold on,
are we gonna need more back support?
I don't think we can be elder millennials, because because there'll never be any millennials younger. Because millennials will run out, so whatever we are now is what we are now, and yeah, because there's no new influx of millennials. We're over. We're a dying breed. That's it.
Also, hey Doom Guy, I hope you have a fun time at the beach, hitting it up during golden hour potentially, which can be really nice for some photography.
Oh yeah,
and
that
for
sounds
like
wonderful.
the views and the vibes.
Nice.
2 questions. What Terra do you want? I'm thinking lovers. What would be a better border, yellow or purple? Ooh, so yeah, someone in Discord, I don't even know if Doza knows. I was trying to tell him while he was setting up. Someone in Discord had asked, has anyone drawn a Nushin Doza tarot card yet? And I was like not yet is what we responded. And then Fry said I'd be happy to actually. So now he's asking this. I think purple would be cool, and I think lovers is great.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I can decide on color, but I don't know all the different.
He doesn't really do much of that as. I mean, I really don't either, but I do. I think it's fun. We were actually just talking about palm readings last night, like randomly.
Yeah, we were.
And Joseph's like, I'm not gonna pay for that to be swindles. Like, what if it was for free? Would you like have someone who, you know, is educated or experienced or what have you in doing that? Like, you never know, right? It could be interesting, could be fun, an experience, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
And hey, Andrew, how are you doing? Welcome back. And Boxboy says, this game is cool and all, but it was a little weird when Venom Snake from MGS5, Metal Gear Solid 5, showed up and performed nuclear when the crab realized its shell recycling contributed to the trash. That, yes.
Exactly.
Welcome, Boxboy. I heard, yeah, like I think all of the United States is like struggling like with heat right now in a way. It was like really weird rain, thunderstorms, tornadoes, and all that, and now it's like heat.
Oh, we need a battery.
And I think over the, like across the globe, across the planet as well, there's just been so much happening with our weather and like global warming that I hope people are taking notice and like why we shouldn't, you know, defund certain things that are helping us know what's happening with our climate and the changes and all of that, if you will. I don't understand defunding science and research at all.
Ow!
Like, we only developed this much because of that.
Is Shaky Gamer out?
I don't know. Are you at 70? Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, Shaky. I just posted the update like right before stream.
Video game difficult.
Quite difficult.
Dang. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. It happens.
Yes.
I'm gonna stick to not using a super heavy weapon. I think that's what I'm gonna start with doing first.
That is an idea.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
Don't
Today's been bumpy for me too, says Andrew. I've definitely been looking forward to this stream. I'm sorry, like a lot of you have been having not so great days. I'm glad we're all here though, so we can hang out together and like turn it around.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow's an even better day for y'all too as the week progresses and we get closer to the weekend. That's always fun, right? I'm trying to find any girls I can talk to at the beach after I get too nervous to talk to them last time, even though I will never see them again. You know, that's a good way to practice, Doom Guy. Like, in general, just talking to people. I know, like, sometimes when I would travel, especially when I traveled by myself a lot as a...
Whoa.
You know, as a girl, like, sometimes when traveling alone, it can be a little scary. Or as any person, really. It doesn't matter if you're a girl, boy, or what have you, but... for me, I was always like nervous, but if I talked to people and I felt safe with them, then I'd let them know my real name. But if I didn't, I would give them a pseudonym, like a different like fake name that I would go by just for my safety and protection, because you never know, especially because a lot of guys like hit on you and stuff and you're traveling alone, and it's really awkward when you like fly airlines that like people can sit next to you if you keep it open, and it's just like, oh man, like I know what they're trying to do, you know?
Right.
It was always weird for me, and I traveled a lot, and I was also traveling a lot for work, so, and like for just personal projects and things like that, so it was a different time in my life, and I'd always feel weird when randos would come up to me, because it's like, I'm never gonna see you again, so like I shouldn't be worried. But then some of them would be like, what's your Facebook, what's your this, what's your that? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you, I just met you, like I'm never gonna see you again, like stop. Like it was weird. So just, I don't know, just giving you a little 2 cents. Like, it is good practice to talk to people, just remember to be like cognizant and just chill about it, you know?
Yeah, and I think, you know, what goes a long way, if you're catching the vibe that maybe they don't want to continue the conversation, that doesn't mean that you failed. That means that you found one more way to recognize when a conversation clearly isn't going to be continuing, and that's a good thing, because in a situation where it's more involved and potentially longer lasting than just like a trip to the beach, right? As you said, these are very temporary interactions. You want to be able to pick up on that in the future if that ever becomes the case, you know. So in any way, regardless of the you know, success or fail, however you want to define that, there's always something to learn and always something to gain.
Well said, Doza.
Thanks.
And Fry said he doesn't really do any tarot things or at all, but he likes the cool art format, or he thinks that, so he's gonna take a crack at it. I look forward to seeing what you come up with, Fry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Midnight Coffee says, I will for the rest of forever refer to this game as Sponge Souls. I like that. We haven't actually met a sponge yet, though. You know, other than like the sponge shell, if you will.
Not ones that are alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is like super underrated. Like, I can't believe like how solid and good it is. And apparently they've made another game.
And Alex Crusader, I don't think we have 203 quotes here yet, so it didn't pull up anything. But welcome to the stream and giggity goo to you too.
Well,
man.
Wonderful. Look at that, a sponge.
Flo, you are quite fast with those updates, but I worry if people might get confused that you're posting it too when the official count and things will be from our end. Well, I know you say it's like a fan art version of it. It's not really fan art because it's something that we're trying to do that's a little more official.
There is a level of like
confusion.
Confusion. I think when you have something that like competes along so closely, it
with
can
what
be a
we're
little
doing.
Confusing.
Yeah. Just a thought. Let's do Sponge Souls therapy. What is Sponge Souls therapy? How do we do that? We all like, we're big advocates for therapy.
I potentially want to engage in that.
Right?
What did this do?
I actually did some Souls related stuff over the weekend. I finally started my journey in Elden Ring Night Rain.
She did.
I played as a recluse.
You did.
And I love her. I think it's really cool with the magic and everything.
I'm glad to hear it.
It was fun. I played along with Doza and Comfy. So my first go about was with them, and obviously I know them, so it was very comfortable, and like they were very patient with me, which was really cool. And yeah, like check out my Steam profile because like I got some achievements.
Yeah, she's got some game time on there.
I've got some game time. So I told Doza, like, I was waiting for the summer when like we had a little bit more time to kind of get into this so I can actually learn properly, because it had been a long time since I've actually played Elden Ring. Like not Night Rain, but it's completely different because this is like Fortnite of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So it's a different game completely. Like I didn't know what I was expecting, having just seen Doza and others play. So getting into it myself was quite the learning curve, but also like I think my hardest part is the fact that I was with two very experienced Souls players that like know the map really well, that know like where they want to traverse constantly. And while they were, you know, helping me keep up with them, for me, out in the world, I'm better at that because in Elden Ring, I would also just explore and have fun like on torrent and stuff. And that was my thing. Like I just wanted to go around and like have fun. Yeah, it wasn't really about like fighting as much.
The loot, being able to traverse the map quickly and gather as much loot as you can, the more opportunities that you give yourself to finding loot, the bigger the chances you'll have success at the end, because you'll have better things, right? So like Elden Ring Night Rain really rewards exploration, and once you start learning where you typically find loot that works for you, then you can kind of start playing the odds in your favor.
Definitely.
And I'm really excited to see you get there, where it's like, oh guys, can you go over here please real quick? I just want to see. Like my heart will melt.
More on that in a minute. Hey Ethan, we are doing well. How are you doing today? Welcome. I'm trying to make sure we're not missing anything too much. And we do have the complete intention of playing Night Rain on Stream Midnight Coffee, but we're waiting for From Software to release the co-op mode for just 2 people to play Elden Ring Night Rain, which they said is coming. They just haven't told us when.
No, they haven't told us when, but the game has been receiving updates regularly. I think this Wednesday, they said Thursday, and then they apologized. It's actually coming a day sooner, so oh no.
Yeah.
That there's going to be a new hard mode for one of the bosses, and that's kind of what they've been doing lately. They've been cycling like This will be the second time. They'll cycle a more difficult boss, so you can get even like cooler stuff.
Yep. And hey, Mario Kart playlist, how are you doing? On Monday, actually, now that Fry and Mario Kart are both here, we actually got to see both of them finish their co-op playthrough of It Takes Two, which is one of our most like memorable games that we've played on stream. It was actually, I think it was supposed to be our 100th game that we've played on this channel, but then our math was a little wrong because we weren't officially counting all of our games at that point in our journey that well. And we realized later it's not our 100th, but regardless, it was a big deal and a big game for our channel and for like us as a couple. And so seeing Fry and Mario Kart like do that finale and getting their thoughts on it, it was such a lovely time on Monday, and with the others that hung out, like with Flo and Kimon, and like just it was really cool. I'm glad we were finally able to join that. And Fry, I'm super looking forward to the real question, which is who will get more deaths, this game or It Takes Two. I definitely feel like it's going to be It Takes Two based on the fact that Chapter 1 alone is already more than what we've accumulated here in this game. Thanks to everybody who entered Fry's little project of going through It Takes Two to get our death predictions, or to get our accurate death count, and everyone that made a prediction, because it was due technically before today's stream in Discord. And there was quite a few of you right when we made that announcement, so thank you for that. Like, we were surprised, but having that immediate reaction was just so great.
It was wonderful. Thank you guys so much. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that plays out. We gotta play Split Fiction. So many games to play.
There is a lot, yeah. And Kessler, I don't know if I'll ever do an Elden Ring Mango stream, but I know like with Doza, like we definitely want to do the two-player co-op Elden Ring Night Rain stream at some point, because there is like a story mode to like eventually kind of get all of the bosses, right?
So there's all of the bosses, and there's also the remembrance quest that you do for your specific character to learn more about them.
Right.
And like you get good rewards from that too.
Yeah, but that's more of a solo thing, isn't it? Or is it still 3 people or 2 people?
It is still with as far as I know, it's still with 3 people. So like
but it will be with 2 people eventually.
Yeah, on your map, there'll be a spot that you need to go to go do your quest.
Recluse.
And then if you mark it, it shows up as a red dot on everybody else's map. So we can go and help you with that.
Yeah, so there's a lot. Like, we'll know more as From Software like releases the 2-player. We could easily do the 3-player and have like different people from the community, whether it's Comfy or like others that play Elden Ring Night Rain on PC, join us. But that guarantee is not always there, and we may end up getting a rando who might not be patient with me as much. So which is why like we're waiting for the 2-player, in case anyone else was curious as to why that we're kind of pending on that.
Like even I can't keep up with randos because not necessarily because of skill, but you have
to work together.
You have to work together, and a lot of people just like they'll mark something and they'll just beeline it. They don't care if you fall behind. They're like, no, I gotta get my own loot. It's just not a whole lot of camaraderie.
Midnight, I love that you remembered Patientia. She was my panda in World of Warcraft. She was a priest and a healer. That's so cute. So she's not the one in Elden Ring for me, which actually in Elden Ring Night Rain, you get to name your character. I just went by Noosh for this one because like it wasn't taken or like it was allowed. And Doza's Doza in that game. Funnily enough, Comfy's actually Cozy in that game. He couldn't do Comfy, but he was able to do Cozy. So it was when and if you guys see like a play. I think there are some fun edits from that first time that we may put together and put out on YouTube. So if you do, Cozy's Comfy. Let's see. And I hope you have fun modding Risk of Rain 2 at the moment, Ethan. That's a good way to spend a Wednesday evening.
Sounds like a good time.
Kessler asked, have you heard YouTube is going to be adding a point system and a leaderboard to live streams? I vaguely did hear about that, but like I saw it like while scrolling on social media. Another creator had posted about it. I haven't even had a chance to talk to Doza about that.
No, I didn't hear about this. This is the first time.
I don't know too much about it, so if you have more information, Kessler, feel free to share. Like I think it's really exciting because it's kind of like one of those things where, you know, with our loyalty system with Glob points that we already have through Streamlabs right now, that is in itself a point system, right? But then now if it's directly tied to your YouTube account, imagine the possibilities. Because we used to actually do top chatters for our live stream based on like a Nightbot that used to be here. And like we've done different other little things over the course of our journey of like what's going to be 7 years next month, right? When we celebrate Nushindoza's anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's really cool that YouTube is trying to do more things and integrate more things that are going to be good for live streaming, like directly on the platform that we're streaming to.
I know it's been so long since we last got, well, anything.
Yeah. So Kessler said, yeah, YouTube said they want creators to be able to incentivize and encourage viewers to engage with creators. That's amazing. And I just remembered that last week, you actually posted on our community thing, but I don't do YouTube on my phone as much. I'm usually like on like a computer, like I'm you know, that's just how I roll, I guess. I need to check that comment that you posted on our community tab that like users can actually post on. So thanks for the reminder for that. I haven't forgotten. It's just I haven't done it.
You didn't forgore.
I didn't forgore. Let's see. Kimon finished a character reference sheet of her glob and posted it to Artfight. I also posted Discord. That's exciting. I don't think I've seen that yet.
Take a glance.
Take a glance now.
Brother, check it out now. Sorry. The 90s. I assume. I don't actually know when that song came out.
She actually posted it this morning. Look! The wings are floaty and aren't attached to the body. That's so cool. That's such a nice touch.
I love that.
Yeah.
How very intentional.
You're so cute. And you're so talented.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And I like
right, Magnets,
I would be interested to know how that's going in like the art fight thing, like if you're receiving like comments and things like that or any engagement, like keep us posted on your art fight journey.
Did you say art fight?
Yeah, the thing that Kimon did last summer and she's doing it again this year, so I'm excited. Fry says I'm on a holiday over the weekend in Bruges. Brugge.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, where is that?
What's Bruggy? I've never been there before.
Or do you mean like, are you missing an S?
Bourgeois?
Like, I don't know. We'll wait and see what Fry says.
Right.
Anyways, it'll be longer than I anticipated. I'll still pace myself the review in the footage, but trust I'll be done in good time. Thanks everyone who entered.
Trust. I have no reason to doubt.
Okay, you forgot the S. So that's a city in Belgium. Got it. Because I was like, what's Bruges? But I didn't want to assume. But yes, that's very cool. I hope you have all the fun. I'm glad you're having a holiday. And yeah, take your time with It Takes Two thing. There is literally no rush.
Oh, I think
we're just grateful that you're taking some time to do it at all because it will be fun to explore.
It most certainly will. Wonder if I can level up. I'm gonna go in here.
And Boxboy's like a third leaderboard to serve my dominance on two. Let's go. Boxboy has won quite a few of these, which I like. So I don't have a complete history or of like every glob that's won a death prediction on our channel. I wish I did. I didn't officially start keeping track of that until like a few games ago on our end. So I'm wondering if I should just reset with like from the next anniversary onwards to like keep track of that, because I know some of y'all will remember, but I don't have an official anything. And I don't want to go back to remember.
You can keep it as like a yearly thing so you don't have to ever feel bad about.
That's true. I just like, I know some of y'all remember, and like it's nice when you tell us, you know. I wish I had thought like the foresight to remember that, but these were just, sometimes we do things to try, like I said, like the top chatters thing, we did that for a while when we could, and then things got taken away, things got added, so we shall see. I heard a rumor that news stations are opting to try and make YouTube more like television with paid programming. Heck no, I hope that's just a dumb rumor. I mean, there's already YouTube TV, technically, Midnight Coffee. I don't think they would make YouTube like where we are currently, like merge with that YouTube TV with paid programming and all that. Obviously, there's still ads here, you know, because ads are not going to go away. Marketing's always going to be a thing. So I hope, like, I'm hoping there's still that division. Like YouTube is its own thing, YouTube TV it's its own thing, right?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Okay, let me teleport. Where do I want to go? I want to go to the moon.
We actually subscribe to YouTube TV. It's the way we're able to watch like basketball games, like the NBA Finals. Tonight's actually the NBA Draft. We're gonna get to watch that later, or like the highlights. So we also watch a lot of like TV shows and reality TV. That's how we do it all. And we think YouTube TV is way more cost efficient than getting all the different streaming services. We've done the math. And like we also watch the news every single morning, and like other like Jeopardy. That's the only way we can watch Jeopardy every day. Like that's kind of how it works for us. But at the end of the day, you guys got to do you and what you feel is best based on what you consume and what you like and are able to do.
Yeah, it just kind of like we like watching a whole bunch of things, and we were okay with not watching a couple things that weren't on there, but it was few and far in between. The benefits outweighed the negatories.
For
so
us, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how we went about that. I just wish that like for the cost of YouTube TV, I wish that it came with YouTube Premium, and it feels silly to me that it doesn't. Yo, ink cartridge, let's go.
And the latest news from Kimon on Artfight is that she chose Team Crystal. So already I'm a fan of Team Crystal, and I hope Team Crystal wins.
Me too.
Kessler said, I did get to speak with YouTube staff about combining horizontal and vertical streams together. They said they were working on it. Ooh, that's exciting.
That'll be a return for us, I think.
Potentially.
We'll see.
We gave it that trial for a while, if you remember.
Trial for a while.
Where we did the vertical stream of like a game with the horizontal, and it was just it took up too many resources on our streaming computer, which needs an upgrade pretty soon here. But it's hard to find parts, right? Well, it's not hard to find parts. I think everything's just super inflated.
It's hard to find
One part, yeah. The graphics card is what needs updating, like usual. But yeah, that's kind of where we were, and it was just like, it's not really worth it. Like, technically the vertical streams got a lot more engagement than the horizontal, but at the end of the day, the people that are going to come here are going to come here, and we're not trying to like chase no algorithm.
Right, there's a difference between there's also a difference in like perceived value between engagement and what's the word, retention.
Yeah, and retention here was actually in horizontals way better. Like, like when they say that whole concept of like your true fans or your community, like that's all. Like, what more can we ask for, right? Like, we just want to keep doing our thing and enjoy, and the people that want to be here are here, and if not, that's fine. And obviously we want to get in front of more eyes, like who doesn't, but we're not going to start chasing algorithms. Like, we want to test and try things, but it's not going to be to that extent, especially if like it's too much of a hassle on our end.
I'll always have a certain level of morbid curiosity.
Exactly. So. And just like we do for other creators and YouTube channels that we work on, we want to test things out for ourselves too, which is far and few in between, if you will, considering we do way more work for other channels. In fact, this week already, it's been 3 days, we've edited like 4 videos for other channels.
Yep.
And how many videos have we had on Oceandos in a while, minus the live streams? Maybe like 2 in the last 2 months. Which is really sad when you think about it.
I'm sure y'all have noticed.
Like, that we haven't been able to even put out shorts and stuff lately, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like gotten to a point. It's like we do the absolute most that we can, and we just kind of have to be okay with like not doing all the things that we want to do, even more so than before. And
the biggest priority is to make sure like our livelihood is good and taken care of. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
The way you said Bruges without the S made me think of Rouge the Bat. Right? So I didn't know if like Fry was like mentioning something that like completely new that I didn't know. But then I was like, did you forget a letter or an S? And then it made sense to me. Oh. And yeah, they should make it easier. How has the horizontal and vertical thing been going for you, Kessler? Like have you noticed any like pros or cons that you want to share?
At this point, you've been doing it like a lot longer than we did, so you have a much better sample size. This thing is spinning. This thing's spinning. No.
What do you call it when a leopard fights a tiger, Doza?
I don't know, but I know what happens when you cross a leopard in a bungee cord.
What?
I'm not even going.
Okay, well, it was a joke.
You have to see a movie. You have to see a movie. It's a dumb movie, but I love it.
Well, it was a joke for Minute Coffee, and it's a catastrophe.
Or is it a tiger?
It's a leopard fights a tiger. Cord. Did you miss the joke?
Can you tell me the joke in totalitarian?
What do you call it when a leopard fights a tiger? A catastrophe.
A catastrophe.
Exactly.
Wow.
There he goes.
I don't know what I was expecting.
He was trying to joke with a joke, and it didn't work.
That.
Let's see.
We shall.
And yeah, sometimes we'll put polls on Patreon that are public, not just for Patreon globs, because we realized a lot of people have signed up for like our free version of Patreon, which is a newer thing they added, and we haven't really done much with that other than polls. So that's probably what you're referring to, Flo. It's kind of cool that a lot of people signed up for that, which is, it's kind of like building a newsletter base, if you will, like an email marketing list. Because Patreon, any updates we do there for our patron globs go directly to email. Whereas for YouTube member globs, it goes directly to the community post. I don't know if you actually get like an email notification about it. So they're just different ways to obviously support us, but also ways you can get exclusive benefits and perks and news and updates. There's actually a poll that YouTube member globs got to vote on for the topic of a long form video that anytime we have had to edit for ourselves lately has been going towards that. So hopefully that can come out pretty soon.
Hopefully. And here's a really weak segue on marketing.
What's up?
We were at Costco the other day, and we normally we like to get like, well, a couple weeks ago, it was either whatever. Normally we like to get at least like one fun thing, and sometimes that fun thing is a particular brand of root beer. Yep. They did not have that brand, but they had a different brand, but they only had like 2 cases left. So either it was really good and almost sold out, or it was really bad and they had trouble moving the last bit of product because they didn't restock. Well, we bought a case.
And it's not as good as our usual, and it has like a weird, almost Robitussin-y aftertaste, but we think it will be really good if we turn it into root beer floats with like vanilla ice cream. But tonight during stream is our first time we split a bottle like for right now, and it was just like, ugh. Well, this will be better as like root beer floats this summer.
So we're just gonna have to hold on and wait till we get some ice cream.
Yeah.
Can we get vanilla bean? I like it with a little flecks in there.
Yes,
yeah.
We'll get vanilla bean ice cream.
Thank you.
There's an update on what we're having right now.
Don't look up what vanilla extract substitute is. Don't look up where it's from. Just don't, please.
And see you later, Fry. Have a good night.
Take it easy,
and
Fry.
Boxboy mentioned, so as a YouTube member, Glob, he gets notifications on mobile, but not email. And yeah, so Patreon's very much email based. You know, we've also seen a push from creators, like basically doing memberships and perks and benefits and things on their own websites. Do you guys have any thoughts about that? Do you rather trust like platforms like YouTube and Patreon, or would you trust creators like directly on their own website? Because then they would get the full amount rather than like Google taking a cut or, Patreon taking a cut and what have you with the percentages. We've been seeing a lot more like transitioning to that, because one thing, like when you own your own website, your domain and everything, like your transaction, like it's the best deal out there other than all these other third party like platforms.
Pretty patties,
yeah. What medicine is given to cyborgs who like to fight Doza?
What?
Robot tussum.
Robot tussum. Okay. I like it.
So Kessler's giving us his feedback from the horizontal vertical thing. He noticed they added a lot of new things to vertical where they have a high button for viewers to press it when they're new to the stream. I like that. It has more exposure, but people don't really stay. Gotcha. Well, I know we have like on Streamlabs, we have like the high command just for funsies, like for a sound alert, which its intention was originally for like newer folks who aren't ready to like say hello, but do that. It's the cute little penguin high wave meme gif thing
with the FNAF sound.
Yes, but I feel like anyone just kind of uses that whenever, which is fine. But that's cool that they're thinking about that. I know like here on the regular stream, you can also like, if you're on PC, I don't know if on mobile too, you can like react with like the heart, the smiley face, confetti, and a couple other things. Like, and if you click it, it shows up on our end that people are reacting with it.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yeah, like someone's doing the heart right now, and then the confetti. Exactly. You guys know what I'm talking about. Thank you for the love. I don't know.
Smile.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know if this is something that YouTube takes into consideration for engagement for a live stream. I guess was what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping it does. Yeah. And I have Streamlabs open, but sometimes it is kind of finicky. I see that you put in a posture check for us, Flo. Thank you for letting me know in chat as well. Because it didn't pop up on your end, did it?
I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
Well, let me double check and make sure. I mean, we could have. Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
We could have easily just missed the soundbite. But I'm gonna double check just in case.
If there's a lot of sound going on in the game itself, sometimes it can be difficult. But thanks for letting us know. Foxy said, I made that joke when entering stream, but now taking a closer look at the environments, it would be funny. I was right about the crabs arc.
was that the Metal Gear joke?
Yes, exactly. Then I was like...
Doesn't Raiden kind of go through something like that? I don't know. I haven't played the games that he's from. But I know a little bit. Shaky
Gamer said that would be good with Oreo bits in it too. Yes. We're thinking large. I like that. Do you guys remember when Pokemon did the whole Oreo thing? Well, now they're doing like a Hershey Kisses thing. Have you guys seen that? Where you can collect them all from the first gen Pokemon? Like the little Hershey's Kisses.
The little Hershey's, yeah, underneath the foil.
Like you can collect every Pokemon if you want to, but you'd have to buy a lot of chocolate.
Yep, that's how they get you.
We haven't seen any like of the Pokemon brand like at our local grocery store, but I don't know. Maybe we went before because we try to do our groceries once a month, so. Vertical,
we're pretty good about that.
Yeah. Vertical also has a lot of swipes since it's shown on the short speed and vertical feeds. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's why even our engagement for that like short time period when we did test it out both, people as you swipe, just like when you swipe on Reels, which is something I do on YouTube as well as on like TikTok and stuff, it will swipe live streams every now and then too, and that counts towards your view. That's why the views may be higher on your vertical streams than your horizontal if you're doing both, but that doesn't show retention or viewership as much as horizontal. At least that was our experience.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, you upload a short and YouTube Studio will straight up tell you like the percentage of viewers who chose to stay versus swiped away, and they do that based on retention. So if you have a viewing retention of 50% or more, YouTube will be all nice to you and say like, oh, great job, most viewers chose to stay and watch. and if you have less than 50%, it just very robotically says most viewers swiped away.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And thank you all of you for checking out like the whole clicking the things on mobile. Like you were all kind of doing it. Thank you for that. It was fun to see them all come by. What do you call a mermaid's alchemy shop?
A mermaid's alchemy shop.
Streamlabs.
Okay. I would never have guessed that one. And be real.
I did say third-party platforms, but I meant third-party platforms. Any thoughts on that though? Or do you guys just prefer the third party or what have you? I'm down for any and all feedback. We've actually helped a couple of YouTube channels and like creators actually build out their websites so they can take support and donations directly on their site for less transaction fees that these third-party platforms take, and they've had really good success. Granted, they are bigger communities and bigger like just subscribers and stuff like that in general, so I think it's like a numbers game and it might be a little premature for like our size, but who knows. I just, every time we help other people with things, I always try to think like, what about us? Why are we getting left behind? No glob left behind.
Right.
Kessler says he has gotten new community members through Vertical to watch horizontal live streams, especially when he was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I feel like that's also kind of like random, right? Like not random, but like the conversion rate is,
yeah,
right?
I wonder what that is.
Like I wonder how consistent that is, or if it's because of the game that you play, because I think that's another variable as variety streamers, which Kessler is, and obviously so are we. You never know what game is going to be, you know, more engagement than another one with the community members that are already present or with like subscribers and what have you. I know we've been getting a lot of comments lately on when are we going to play Deltarune, which obviously we want to, but we're also, our plan is to just wait until it's all released someday instead of going back and playing it in chaptered fragments, even though a lot of people are doing that. And it's funny because like one of our most popular like streams ever, like playthroughs ever, was Undertale.
That's true.
And it's how actually quite a few of you like OG globs that are still around to this day were from that era of Nushindoza, if you will, when we played Undertale for the first time. And we actually did 3 routes of that, with the first blind run and ended up being like a neutral run. Then we did pacifist, then we did genocide, and it was like a whole thing. And that's why I think a lot of people were also like, where's Deltarune? Where are the new chapters?
How dare you not play?
Exactly. I'm sorry that the chocolate donut was not good, Mario Kart. That's really sad.
Was it dry?
It sounds, dry? I don't know. He just said it was nasty AF, and I don't like that a donut's being described that way. That's so sad.
It's not often
you get a bad donut.
Yeah. This is the end of the day, like, you still have a donut, but, like, I feel like if a donut's bad, it probably barely quantifies this one.
And, one day, I hope you get to build the website of your dreams, Kessler. It's nice having a place for all your stuff that you actually can pretty much own.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that guy almost hit me. I'm not going to fight everything, because I've been through here. I'm just going to run through it. As long as I don't get smacked.
I don't know how many keys we have right now in the game flow.
I think we have 2, and I'm assuming that we'll need 1 more, at least. If not, 2 more.
And don't worry, Midnight Coffee. We very much appreciate the gift of Castlevania, and we do have it on our pending list of things to make a thumbnail for, as well as figure out when and where and how we go about it.
Yes. So, yeah, thank
you for your patience. Yeah.
And thank you for the patience. The patience is really the gift that keeps on giving.
It truly is.
We feel it.
And happy belated birthday, Xavier. I think we saw you on the day before your birthday. How did your birthday festivities go? You're officially an adult?
Congratulations.
Well, at least by US standards. Depending on where you are in the world, it could be different. But yeah, 18's a big one.
So I've heard. No, I lived it.
Oh, so Kessler said Ubisoft actually sponsored Kessler and helped when he played AC Shadows. That makes sense. I'm glad that that helped out, and congrats on your Ubisoft, like, I think they've, like, done other things with you too, not just sponsoring you, so that's really cool that you have that relationship with them.
That's pretty
considering
awesome.
you play a lot of their games.
Well, yeah, you know, at that point, it
yeah,
just makes
why not?
sense.
It's a win-win for both of y'all.
Especially them. Let's see. What? Okay.
So
just gotta get over here.
The donut was spongy and tasted like processed
frick.
stuff. Muffins, Costco, blueberry, or banana nut. Wait, are you saying like the muffin thing, like a separate thing? Like those are always, Costco's never like done me bad, like with their baked goods.
Could be a bad batch.
I've never had a bad batch of baked goods from Costco.
Neither have I. But I don't doubt it.
Does Doza have a macaroni on a fork as a weapon?
It's actually a rubber ducky. Thank you. You should respect the quack.
Respect the quack.
I don't know if y'all remember. This was like very popular in like the mid 2000s, like Spot the Block. Do you remember that movement?
No.
It was trying to get kids to pay more attention to the nutritional box on the side of different foods. So they were like, yeah, Spot the Block, it's great. Yeah, you're gonna be cool if you do it. Yeah, Spot the Block. It was all hip hop and whatever.
And Xavier, we're glad your birthday went well. Spent it out eating with fam and ate cake too. What did you eat? What kind of cake was it? Feel free to tell us more if you want to. No pressure though.
Feel free, but if you don't,
that's okay too.
Noosh will remember.
I know. I'm just always curious about food.
Forget anything.
I do forget things too. I'm only human after all, and a glob.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You were answering Flo's other question in addition. Got it. Okay. I must have missed that.
Addition? I don't want to do math.
A few days ago, Boxboy spent 2 hours making an OBS overlay just to figure out how PNG tubing worked, which took less than 5 minutes. Let's go. I saw that you posted in Discord. We kind of like that you did the whole VTubing thingy too, and we're like, you've acknowledged the knowledge because, you know, another crab's treasure and whatnot.
Congratulations. Is this the direction I'm supposed
And
to
hey,
go?
Gloomy Deer, I'm glad you love your Red 40 substance.
So.
You do you. Yeah.
What do you think? What kind of red dye do you think they used in this this block that I'm wearing? You think it's the same?
And Legos?
Safe for consumption, but not?
I don't think Legos are safe for consumption.
But maybe the red they use is.
I don't know. I don't think it's the same. I doubt they would use something like that's edible red, if you will, for something that's not.
If it's the cheapest, then they'll use it. All right, looks like we can get into the power center through here.
I think Lego's an actual like ethical company, right? Last I heard.
They just started, actually. they literally just started like a year ago.
Are you coming with me?
After you've been so helpful getting us through this place, you deserve to do the honors. Your quest culminates here, and I wouldn't rob you of that, you know?
I figured.
You know, pal, I've been thinking. This place has really changed my mind on a few things. Like, maybe even rich guys can make mistakes after all.
Plenty of those in America.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like a default. Like, are you even rich if you don't constantly be... Anyways, things are really screwed up for the crabs around here. They're living like super sad lives.
Not like Larry.
Oh, clearly, even a genius like Roland can lose sight of what's important. So I see only one way to fix things around here. I've got to get as rich as Roland, so I can then donate a lot of that money towards making things better.
Let's go, Firth.
That way I'll be super rich, but also be like a good person, you know?
Why not just let the people who need it have the money in the first place?
Well, who says they know what to do with it, you know? It's like they say, teach a fish to drive. Wait, how's it go? Anyway, I'm making this ideology my whole identity now. Let's get that treasure and save the world, pal.
Let's go. And thank you, Kessler. I appreciate that. Noosh has the best Kril voice.
She does, it's true.
If anyone's looking for some voice actors, Doza and I are available. We have our voice acting demos that we can send to you. If you're watching this or any other streams, yeah, reach out. nooshanddoza.com. We'll talk about it.
We have a contact form.
We do have a contact form.
Super official.
Which someone sent us, they were trying to scam us today. Someone submitted something on our contact form today, and it was for like a offer or whatever, but it was a scam, and we knew it was a scam, and we just kind of deleted it, but it was just like annoying.
It was super weird because like the email the quote unquote email they sent it from was like
something at nooshanddoza.com.
Like,
yeah.
They made it look like we sent it like to
it
ourselves.
Was so
like
weird.
It was such a weak ass attempt. Okay, I think it's boss time. Yeah, it totally is.
And Kessler, going back to like how you said you thought it was fake at first when Ubisoft like that like reached out to y'all.
Even the water tastes unclean. And even those you love and trust would rip your limbs off.
What is that?
If they must. Like Mr. R, the one in charge, who scrapped our homes to build his barge.
Midnight Coffee, it's a rhyme just like you do.
Yeah.
Or sad. Cause down in here, it's not so bad. Save crying for another day. Forget it all. Come on, let's play.
Oh my
Whoa,
gosh.
look at her.
Volte the accumulator.
Time for a makeover.
We love makeovers. It can be fun.
How
Is
about
she
you?
like stuck? No, she's tied to like a hair dryer. That is scary.
Oh, it's like plugged in her like gills or something.
Yeah, because she has electricity.
It's
Like she can
sad.
spark and wow,
Ow.
this is some boss situation here.
Why is this so difficult to avoid? They're so slow moving.
They make Lego gummies and fun to play with and eat. I believe that. There's a lot of different like toy related stuff. There's even Shakalicious gummies, which we've had before. They're pretty decent.
She's huge! Oh my god!
Did you know Lego makes more tires than all other tire manufacturers in a year? I did not know that. That's wild.
Know what this one does.
Oh, that didn't do anything. What is she? Anyways, I can't believe it's in a video game like this. Oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, you're telling me. I don't want to get hit. I dodged.
And Xavier, I saw you had chocolate cake and went out to a buffet and had General Tso's chicken with rice. I love all of those things. So does Doza. So excellent birthday choice. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do Tails' voice from Sonic. I've never actually tried it before. If you go back to some of our old co-op playthroughs of Sonic where Tails has voice, I think I just gave Tails whatever I felt like, but I don't think it's like similar. When it comes to listening to already existing voices and doing that, Doza's way better. I'm more of coming up with more like original whatever like I feel like doing for them. Whether it is like the whole Valley Girl or like Country Girl or, you know, what have you. Like some of my like British, Australian accents can be fun too. I don't know. When it comes to voice acting, we just try to have fun with it, and we've gotten pretty lucky with some work that we've been able to do, which is cool that our voice is out there in different ways. That's why we're like, anybody who wants anything, let us know. We like challenging ourselves.
Ouch. I'm getting toasted.
You're doing great, Doza.
Thanks.
And look, there's bread coming out. Like that game, I Am Bread. Do you guys remember I Am Bread?
Oh my god. That was such a good game.
I think there's also I am fish, which could be fitting like soonish or whenever because like I am crab here.
I am crab. Yeah.
I found a friend to meet my end, a rhyme to sing, a dead to bring.
I'm surprised she hasn't phased. Oh, there it is.
And hey, Kirby, how are you doing today? All my scam emails are usually from people that look like they took their faces and rolled on you. That's really funny.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Can Doza try Sonic's voice? Ooh, Doza, you want to give that a go?
Way past cool. All right.
What do you guys think? He's so good at like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I mean, Doza is one of those guys.
Whoa, Amy, put the knife down.
Doza has a knack not only for that, but he's really good at whistling. He can't really whistle on stream with the mics and like the setup that we have, but if he listens to a song or a tune, he can like almost immediately whistle that. It's like a fun skill and a fun like thing that he can do, like a party trick. And
like a party trick.
Honestly, yeah, because like even when it came, so another way I've swooned over Doza is that when he watched my favorite Bollywood movies with me, he could whistle the tune from those movies so instantaneously that I was like, wait, you just heard this. It's not like you've been listening to this for years or anything. How are you doing this? And again, it was like one of those things. I fell even more in love with him when I found that out. And he continues to do it through our lives. And it's just such a superpower. It's so cool to me. And I don't even know how to whistle.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. I'm learning or trying to.
Ooh, that's close.
But yeah, like when it comes to voices, if he can practice a little bit, he's able to. Sonic's obviously someone that he's loved since he was a child. So there's that. He can do, he's really good at Goofy, but he doesn't do it on stream. That's kind of for me. He's good at Kermit, as you guys know, because there's Kermit requests here on the channel.
Oh my god.
There's a couple others. It's fun.
Try not to get gooped right now.
I don't think it's a mic. I think it's one of those like massage thingies, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. We need more country girl news. We need to play more like country-ish games or whatever, or you know, whenever really, because we are from Texas, or we're down here in Texas. Ethan remembers I Am Bread. Don't think I watched you play, but I've seen videos. Yeah, it's such a fun game.
Our stream's great.
We're not biased, or a little bit. Foxboy said, in my college psychology class, I had to do a report on mentality and how that can affect progress in I Am Bread. I love that. I would read that if you sent me your paper or your report, if you want to. Dear. You don't have to. I just think that's such a fun topic. One thing I do miss about being a student is when you have a student ID, especially in like colleges or universities in the United States, you get access to a database of just research papers. So if you're ever thinking about anything that's like not accessible free on the internet, you could use your student ID and sign in to read research that people have spent money and hours and resources and time on. And it's like really fun to check out. I miss that, like of like being a student and being able to have access to all that knowledge. I don't have that anymore. I only have free knowledge sources like Wikipedia, which is great too. I love clicking random article and just reading things, but it's not the same as like someone who's super passionate about something and puts all this work into like a dissertation or a research project or what have you. And yes, I'm a nerd, but I'm proud of it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't judge. Okay, round 2. We got it this time, right, Noosh? Wow,
yes,
deafening silence.
No, we do, Doza. Sorry, I was reading and I got distracted. Doza, Sonic, do you love chili dogs?
Time for a makeover.
Yeah, I love chili dogs. All right. I can't eat as many as I used to when I was younger. Cholesterol.
Gloomy Deer says, I bet you can't do Shadow's voice. Ooh.
Oh, well, isn't it just like, brooding?
What's Knuckles?
Everybody's stupid. Oh, Knuckles, I can't do Knuckles. Which one?
Which Knuckles? This eel does not feel, through her mind does peel. This cannot be real. Your eyes glow with teal. This creature my rhyming does steal. Destroy her.
Make her feel.
Who is Meatwad, Mario Kart, that you like doing the voice of?
Meatwad's he's a meatball from that Aqua Teen Hunger Force show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Oh my god. Okay.
And Xavier, thank you so much for watching us for so long. I love that so many of y'all have been here since the very beginning of this journey, or despite when you joined us. Like, those that are here night after night, or when we are able to stream, it just shows that continuity of like not only like our channel and this community, but our, you know, our friendship and like our globship, and that's why we like to celebrate like globiversaries and anniversaries and milestones and things, because yeah, some of y'all we have known from your transition from being like a teenager into adulthood, or like getting your first jobs, or graduating high school or college or even middle school, and it's so crazy. There's even some of y'all, like, not necessarily right now in this moment, but like we've gone through you getting married and having kids, and that's wild. Like, wildly awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Could you imagine if a mic did vibrate like that? We'd have some issues.
You would probably be able to hear it, and it wouldn't be great to hear. Not at that frequency, not at that range.
I also miss all the discounts I had as a student caster, and then just all the free things you would get access to with your student ID and your student email. I'm a nerd and I'm proud. Yeah, because SpongeBob.
Oh, she's over there. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the Amazon Prime free, like, or like the cheaper membership, because you would use it. Because yeah, my first Amazon purchase ever was literally 4 books for college.
4 books?
Well, like,
oh.
The first thing I ever purchased on Amazon Prime was books.
Right. I thought you had bought only 4.
No, I bought... I'm scared to look at how many books I bought off of Amazon back in the day.
That's okay.
But, like, one thing that I don't ever try to feel bad about, generally, is buying books. Because, for me, books are knowledge, and knowledge is great. And like Kril says, and like another Crab's Treasure says, acknowledging knowledge is the way to go. Andrew believes in you, Doza.
Thank you.
Can you do SpongeBob's voice laughter?
Not really. I can't get as high as I need to.
Doza's got a deep voice.
Ah!
And we have a Kermit request?
Ouch.
I don't know why my thing's not, like, we're not, something must
Do
be
you
up.
hear the sound on the stream alerts?
Because we cannot. Clearly. Like, I know Flo's been the only one who's been doing it here tonight, but yeah. We'll do a Kermit request soon. I'll keep it open here for Doza. Or, I mean, for Kermit the Frog, not Doza. Don't break the illusion here.
Right, you can't do that. There she
Ooh,
is.
a Keanu Reeves voice could be cool. I don't know if Doza could do that.
How do you even... What... It's a little bit coarse. It's low. It's calm. I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
Midnight Coffee says that her face, the boss, makes Midnight Coffee think of sea hats from Zelda Wind Waker, except not blue without propellers in her case. Do you see it?
Oh, that's cute.
You do have a stowaway that helps against electric-based paralysis, by the way.
Let's see. Well, the thing is I can't change my stowaways. It's either grayed out.
And Gloomy
I
Dear,
forgot.
thank you so much for the $2 donation. Also asking, could you do a Hank Hill voice?
Whoa! That boy ain't right. I tell you what. Clean burning propane.
Why don't you complain about Bobby?
Sweet lady propane. What the hell are you listening to, boy? He didn't take off his jacket. I knew she don't get that one, but you will.
I just love hearing your voices. It's fun. We actually we were FaceTiming with one of our nieces that lives, like, we haven't met her in person yet. She's only like I think she's not 1 year old yet. She'll turn 1 in the fall. And we were FaceTiming with her just to, like, she needs to know our faces and learn about us and stuff, right? And so Doza and I were doing a bunch of voices with her, and we had a bunch of different plushies, like especially out of all the plushies we have, she loved the Kirby plushie the most, and she was just generally attracted to that. And we were like trying to do like the plew plew and like other things, and it was really cute and fun, and like I can't wait to meet her in person. But for now, like, the FaceTimes are giving me life.
I'm glad. Honestly.
I think we're gonna see and meet her for the first time in October if all goes well.
Ooh. Keep forgetting that I can just dodge in the air.
I don't ever remember getting free Microsoft 365, Kessler. That's a nice student perk. I'm pretty sure my family had like a family version of it back when it was like on CDs and you would actually like download it to each of your like a copy of the thing to each of your like devices, like your laptops and computers and stuff. Now it's all like an online subscription. You have to update it and it's like monthly or yearly or whatever.
You said laptops and computers and I thought Dolce and Gabbana.
Of course, yeah. Well, add some Gucci in there too and some Fendi. I don't know.
Right, yeah. Fendi Bendy, right?
Why is this hoarding sea snake trying to kill this poor little crab? Because this is a Souls
Ow,
game.
ow, ow, ow. Oh, gosh.
Are books
I'm getting
for school
gyrated
cheaper
on.
on Amazon? It depends. I know, like, for the university I went to, some of our professors actually wrote their own books, and it was cheaper getting it directly from the university bookstore. Whereas other times, if it's more of a generic one that's like a bigger publisher, then sometimes Amazon was a little bit cheaper than the university bookstore or locally. I definitely shopped around until I got like the best deal, and that's
No
why
loyalty.
like no,
SMH.
not at all. Nowadays, I do try to go to independent bookstores if I can help it, especially local ones in like our city and community. But it can be difficult, like, or going to like thrift
Frick!
stores.
It was doing so good.
I know we really like half price books and stuff like that because you can get a really good deal. It can be hard to find what you want though. They're not going to have the best stock. It's going to be kind of random.
Round 3. Third time's a charm.
You got this, Doza.
So they say. Oh, I can always switch off of these. Let's see.
You do have a current request.
I do, right.
Yes.
Is it this thing? No, this isn't it. What's the current request?
Right here.
I'm so free for a bit. Voice acting, Poyo. Also, Noosh, can you try Kirby voice?
I don't really have a Kirby voice other than just saying like really high like Poyo, right?
There's a certain cadence to Kirby's voice that's just so pure. Like
I'll have to practice it.
like you genetically have to be born into that tier of like high pitched
Highness.
voice. Yeah.
That tier of highness. Let's get high. With our voices.
With our voices.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Of course, of course.
You used to be able to change stowaways at any time, but the big update made it so you can't mid-boss fight.
Good.
So Doza's changing it up now, it looks like.
Well,
No?
do I say good and then, but like I don't actually feel that way? Because to be honest, oh, this is redundant. I'm gonna stick to this. To be honest, swapping stowaways are they're a huge boost. They're a bigger boost than most things in any Dark Souls game, right? Because this is what we're basing it off of in terms of balance and like what is fair and what should be the intended experience in terms of difficulty. It's like, well, if that were the case, then wouldn't you not be able to, like, if it's Dark Souls, not be able to equip different rings mid-fight? Or in the case of Elden Ring, not equip different talismans? But you can. You can do that in the middle of a fight, but you can't do it in this game. So in this game,
This
it
game's
is
harder.
more difficult in that particular way. Let's have, wait, what is it? I only have 2 left.
And Kessler, I love that. Can't do Kirby's voice, but I can eat like Kirby.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the spirit. And hey, William, you didn't miss stream. You're right on time. How are you doing today?
More attack is good. Okay, so we have Rubber Band for reduced effectiveness of electrical attacks. We have Sea Cucumber because it just gives us a bunch of stats and everything, which is just seems good. And then a muscle for more attack. That's what we're doing.
Andrew said, I guess the trade-off is that this game can pause where you can't. And the other ones.
I mean, like, you can technically pause in Elden Ring by bringing up the help menu within the menu.
Also, Midnight Coffee says, Doza, I'm rooting for you, but this boss really knows how to conduct herself.
She really does. Yeah, she
Get
knows.
it? Conduct herself? Like,
Right.
electricity.
Like,
It's a pun.
it's a
Sort
pun.
of.
Well, it's a play on words.
Yeah, that.
Wait, is a pun not that?
Boxboy says, I may not be able to replicate the voice of Kirby, but I sure as hell can dream up eldritch horrors beyond normal comprehension the way he can.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Tell me more.
Go on.
I'm having so much
Look at that. We already got the first phase down.
Are you having so much fun?
I'm having so much fun. Hee hee hee.
I'm having so much fun.
Ooh. I can't believe it. Anime news should have
Getting the tingles. Oh my goodness.
I love it. Well said, anime noosh.
Who remembers the anime girl voice request?
I do. I remember people doing it almost on cooldown.
Yes, and then to the detriment of my voice. It wasn't just that; it was other stuff too that I had to take it away for a while.
Ow!
Aw, you miss it. I think it was around. I took it away because at the time we actually did have a lot of voice work, and I was losing my voice in general. And I was like, I can't keep straining myself. Like, obviously, I need to do my work stuff with my voice more. In fact, today, I usually don't take calls on Wednesdays. It's usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, but there was a special meeting this morning that was kind of impromptu for this deadline by the end of June. And it was like a 2.5, 3 hour almost discussion on Zoom, and it was a lot.
I made us a snack.
I don't want to do Wednesday morning calls again, but sometimes you kind of have to.
Ow. Dang it. Let's heal up.
That toast is a little too brown for my liking. Unless it's like wheat bread and like that's why it's
Well,
like that, or
keep
the
in
lighting
mind of
down
the lighting,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Probably gonna be more.
And
whatever the
I
word I'm
still
looking for
claim that
is.
it will come back, Box Boy. There is still a future to be had.
Never say never, right?
Yeah. Do you who remembers what the gift for the anime girl was?
Oh yeah, who remembers that? I do.
First one is say it, get some glop points.
Sure.
Some history lore as we get prepared for Nushindo's anniversary party on July 16th, where more points will be given. And it was Box Boy.
Nico Nico ni.
How many glop points do you want to give Box Boy for knowing that doza?
Let's give him 100 glop points.
Let's go.
Ah.
You will have those before tomorrow's stream, sir.
Ooh, that was close. Oh, she's
The
phasing
world
again
these days
already?
is dark and mean, like eels who sport appliances unseen. To look upon the space obscene is to bring a hammer upon a queen.
Which I must.
Andrew prefers wheat bread over white, especially for grilled cheese. We also buy wheat bread.
I just like it more. There's more flavor.
I think it's also more filling
Yes.
without having too much. Because
Whoa.
bread's also
Whoa.
not technically
Whoa.
the best thing for you.
Yeah, Wonder Bread, probably like the worst thing, right?
Is it that your quintessential like white bread in America?
Yeah,
Brand?
I barely,
That or
I don't
Mrs.
even see it.
Braids?
Mrs. Braids is
I
what.
feel like that's more Texas
It's
though.
more Texas, yeah. Because like I never see Wonder Bread. I don't know what people are talking about. I only hear about it.
I used to volunteer at one of those like back to school things for kids, like for lower income families in San Antonio, where they would come and get a bunch of like school supplies and other things at the beginning of every school year.
Wait. Oh,
Oh, you're so
frick.
close.
I was gonna end it with a big punch, but I couldn't because she made herself invincible.
The reason I bring her up this back to school thing is I remember one year Mrs. Braids had like a whole section of just giving like free bags of bread to everybody. And that was the most bread I'd ever seen in one place. Like even more than a grocery store. But good job, Doza, you did it.
She said thanks for playing with me though, as she
Yeah.
died. Like it makes me sad.
Well, at least she died playing and having fun.
Doing what she loved,
She was having
yeah.
so much fun, as she said,
torturing
during the fight.
me.
I don't think
Cool.
I've actually ever had Wonder Bread, Box Boy. That could be fun though. Seeing a drawing of
I
me
wonder,
buying
wonder,
some.
wonder what's in a
Ooh.
Wonder
I
Bread.
did love Wonder Balls though. Do you guys remember that? Like the little chocolate ball with like little candy and other things inside. It was like the
yeah, I
commercial
remember
from the
one
90s.
day having that and one day no longer
Yeah,
having that.
because it was like a choking hazard. But like in the 90s, there was a commercial for it going like, I wonder what's in a Wonder Ball.
That's cool.
And like it would be at the
Gosh.
checkout like as you leave the grocery store
Yeah, it was around the time Furbies were a thing.
in the 90s. Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Early 2000s too.
Early 2000s too.
Personally prefer baguette, Parisian style, and good old panini. Those are excellent bread choices too. I love a good like baguette, especially like for banh mi's. Oh my gosh, don't get me started.
You know, I really wanted to like paninis. But at the end of the day, flat toasted bread is not for me. I like toasted bread when it's still thick. I like untoasted bread when it's thin or thick, but not when it's toasted and flat. I know it's all rigid and whatever, but you still take all of the fluffiness and air, and you take the bite out of the bread when you make a panini in a panini press, and it's just what was that moment where we were like, it's a panini? What was that all about? Anyone remember? It was a long time ago.
Very long time ago. Also, Doza's a big fan of sourdough as well.
Yeah, but not sour cream.
No, it's completely different.
I don't like sour pickles either. I don't like pickles in general.
Andrew says, remember all those robot-looking crabs?
No.
Also Huzzah for boss victory and new ability that also unlocks things. Huzzah!
It's like a Metroidvania.
When we were... I know you weren't there, Andrew, but like when we were in Discord watching Mario Kart and Fry on Monday, when they beat the end of the game, I yelled Huzzah and I was like, I know Andrew's not here, but Huzzah. I feel like every Huzzah has to have you present.
I think I can power the boat now, one way or the other.
Wicked. What was in that room anyway?
I don't really want to talk about it.
You mean this is the first
That's so sad.
kill he's like had remorse for?
That's depressing.
Suit yourself.
I like how like Midnight Coffee's also like, this level looks depressing.
It has been the whole thing is just a poison swamp. So thank you, Michael Zaki. This has been great. Okay.
I like how Flo's been like the main one to do glob points and like spend them today. He did a stay hydrated, which thank you. I'm gonna stay hydrated now. But it
Thanks for spending your
happened.
glob points, Flo.
It happened at the end of the boss fight, so we couldn't hear it or something's up. We'll need to check into it before tomorrow's stream. Sorry that it's not working the way it should, guys.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's okay, Doza. Don't like worry. Like we can figure it out by tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't. Right now, I can't figure it out. I've checked all my typicals, and they've all failed me.
That's a take that's far from me, Doza. I used to have a George Foreman panini maker when I was a kid, and I used it almost every day. Didn't you used to have one?
I feel like my mom had a George Foreman panini maker also.
I thought you had one when you lived with the other guys at the house.
No, that's a sandwich maker.
I thought that was a George Foreman, like specifically, like the brand.
I know that.
It's okay if it wasn't.
When I lived on campus in college, my roommate had a sandwich maker from his grandma. This thing was ancient. Like I thought, like we both thought it was a fire hazard every time we used it, but it made great sandwiches.
Okay.
As for the living with all the roommates, I honestly don't really remember.
I feel like I do, but I don't. It's such a long time ago now. Mario Kart also said, I like how in the Ricky Bobby movie he was the richest NASCAR driver, but the dinner spread with his family was KFC and Pepsi, and Wonder Bread was his car sponsor. I know this is kind of unrelated, but also related because car movie. But like, has anyone seen that new F1 movie that's come out or is coming out? Like, are you guys interested? Are you guys into F1, or is this like completely not your thing?
So F1, that's like with the cars that go fast.
1. Yeah, they go.
Cars
vroom,
go fast. Okay.
Vroom vroom.
Oh, that's cool.
This new ability activates the aforementioned robot-looking crabs, but this area's music is cool in the sands between.
And I also didn't notice, like I know somebody said that, I think it was Midnight Coffee, that it was a fat snail. I honestly thought that this thing was a whole shell. And that I didn't even realize that it was moving or that it was this gelatinous blob. I really didn't see that till today, so thanks for that.
That's fair, seeing F1 on your keyboard. I don't know what it does, but it's there. F1 all the way to F12.
Is F1 help?
Help for what? Like everything?
I think F1 is to bring up like what your character does in Overwatch.
Do you remember the little paperclip guy for Microsoft Word that came out to help?
Clippy. As if I could ever forget.
I didn't know if everyone else
knew. You show him respect.
I knew his name. I was just trying to introduce the topic gently with everyone that might not know.
Y'all better show him respect.
And that's true. There probably are a bunch of brands and companies that make sandwich makers. But George Foreman was a pretty popular one. Isn't he the one with the movie on Netflix or something that we started but we never finished?
Yeah, it was about his like boxing career turned to the Kril thing. We got to the part where like he kind of makes a few mistakes and it's like right before like a really, really, really big boxing match, and I'm assuming that would have been
Did I fall asleep?
His turning point. I think it was hard to watch.
Got it. That makes sense.
Because it's super.
We were looking for an upper and it was a downer.
Yeah, because it was super motivational up until that point. It was just like, people are allowed to make mistakes, but like, I can choose to spend my free time doing something else. It kind of came down to that, so that's what we.
I don't know if they're gonna give Clippy the respect he deserves with a comeback as an AI tool, Kessler.
I think they joked about it maybe 2 years
Well,
ago.
His
Playful
co-pilot,
tools.
Microsoft's like AI thing. That
Yeah, and I've
does have,
seen no crossover.
It does have a
lately.
little button though, like with Microsoft Word, Excel, and all that too. I've never used it though, but it's there. I'm still very concerned about the ethical ramifications and like usage of AI still, even considering
Like this?
I don't shark egg.
It's unethical.
Yes, it is. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm still kind of struggling with it.
I thought of something weird about AI, but I can't remember what it is right now. I think
That's
I think
okay.
it has to do with technology. Oh yes, it is. Okay. So y'all know how the Switch 2 came out, right?
Yes, on June 5th.
Yes. Following along with the other consoles, we're at a point where the big three kind of have consoles that can run basically any game. Like the scope at which games are getting at is ballooning, and what do balloons do when they get too big? They pop, right?
Yeah.
And now with the talks of introducing AI to the workflow, which Smash Bros. Sakurai has
Kirby
gone on
Sakurai.
record saying
Yeah.
that AI is going to be necessary because games are just getting so bloated and there's so much busy work that people spend their time on that it just costs so
See-
much and takes forever to make games that could be given to AI. But is that really a good thing?
I don't know, but
And then
that's one of the things why like it's like people right now don't want to feel left behind with the emergence of like of AI and like all of the rapid like changes that are happening. But also, I think people are forgetting, like, as society at large, are forgetting the ethics behind using AI, is what I've been feeling.
no, I get you on that
Like-
one.
There's this platform that recently was, being created, like, a community for artists and, like, supporting small artists and things like that. But then they, even for their logo and branding, they decided to use AI after building up, like, we're for the artist, by the artist kind of thing. And it's like, guys, this doesn't go with the value.
That's super mega
Yeah,
cringe.
and,
Like,
like-
they know that that wouldn't go well. Why'd they do
Exactly.
that?
I don't know. It's just so weird. And this is just one of many different stories that are out there like this. Andrew said, did Doza mention using non-heavy weapons earlier? If so, there's a stowaway that can help with that in the sands between if interested.
I'm
But
interested.
Do you?
I want this. Yes. Yes, I want this. I know it's only, what is it?
We have not connected our Switch with our phone yet. Or the app or anything. Like, we haven't tried Switch chat, and to be honest, I don't think we have any plans to do so anytime soon.
No, not really. So, that was... I have a point to make about Night Rain, but like when it's natural and talk about it, I'm not just gonna insert like, well, we're talking about this now.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's okay to talk about whatever we want to talk about, Doza. You do you.
Okay. Let me broaden the horizon first, so as to include everyone.
Sure.
You know, when a series gets really popular and its fandom grows exponentially, right? It happened with Harry Potter. It happened with other things that I'm not thinking of right now. But it gets to a point where, like, something that would have been considered a cult classic becomes mainstream. And when something becomes mainstream, you introduce a lot more voices that were not there at the beginning of everything. And while that's not inherently an issue, sometimes it can be difficult on the creator's side, parsing through all of those voices and remembering what makes something good, right? In the effort to make something more accessible or to appeal to the masses in other ways, do you lose a bit of your identity along the way catering to that? And are those complaints valid if they are things that the majority of people or the vocal minority of people are complaining about? Here's an example. In Elden Ring Night Rain, after Elden Ring's massive success, there's been a lot of criticism, a lot less now, because people, skill issue for most of it. one of the criticisms that's been levied against the game is not having voice chat in the game, because it can be really difficult to
communicate with your random squad.
Yes, despite all of the tools available to you in the game.
Yeah.
Nothing beats like
being able to talk.
Now I argue it's
or chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Communicate.
Not even being able to chat.
Yeah.
Right? You can't even type a message to somebody.
Exactly. You have to use their whatever.
Yeah. Now that's always been the case that these like games didn't really like have that at the forefront, and I personally don't think it's a blunder. And let me say real shortly, my little wrap up, it not only does it add to the experience and difficulty and the camaraderie of working together, but it means somebody's not yelling slurs at you the whole time because they slightly disagree with you about something. Because let me tell you, as somebody who's been in the gaming sphere, online in the competitive games since the 2000s, oh man, I don't want to hear anybody when I'm playing a game like Elden Ring. Unless it's my friends.
It depends. I think like your POV is very valid for your experiences. But
the thing is, I think other people's POV is invalid.
Sure. Well, from that, I did kind of like a lot of the AI comments that people were saying. I kind of wanted to talk about that more.
Sure.
Boxboy said, I would like to see AI replace me. I would just love to see it be as unemployed as I am. I thought that was funny. I hope you find a job someday soon, Boxboy. I know it's very difficult out there, but I believe in you. For what that's worth. Kirby said AI is too easy to use and people will steal stuff. Mario Kart said I use the AI cutout tool in Polish, but that's about it. Kessler said AI is going to be the new Wild West until it becomes civilized, kind of like the internet in the early days. Shaky Gamer says using AI as a helper type thing instead of doing the entire thing should be a thing. AI doing everything could make for bigger issues down the road. Midnight Coffee says AI destroyed me before I could even get anywhere. Well, I just play around with it now. Like with the Paper Mario Partners and Globs, which Midnight Coffee posted in Discord. We've seen some of that. So with all of those, and before, I guess for one thing for you from Andrew about the game, did you fully explore the area where you got the sunlight outfit? Because I think it's in that general area.
I don't think so.
And so with the AI thing, there was actually an MIT study that exposed like the hidden cost of using AI, where they tested a bunch of people who used it, and it talked about how like a lot of people who are using it, like their brain, like users have like lower brain activity and things. It's making the human race dumber, not smarter. And obviously this is like a sample size and a research project that was like looking into patterns and things that are happening with like how your brain is being worked and trained just as much as you're using AI and training it. Especially those open AIs and like chats that you are, it's learning you as much as you're learning it and their communication back and forth. It's a pretty cool study. I think kind of like what Shaky Gamer said, like using it as a helper type thing, because nowadays, even if you go to like Google or Bing or any search engine of choice, it's going to give you an AI summary at the top. In fact, a lot of our social media, if you go on TikTok or if you go on, like when you're searching there or when you're searching on Instagram or Facebook with Meta, it shows you like Meta AI is giving you this summarization. TikTok is giving you this summarization based on AI. So it's kind of everywhere you're looking. So I think AI as like a research tool to learn is ethical enough, but it also has negative ramifications too. Because sometimes it doesn't, depending on the source that you're using, because consider the whole fact that this is open source and like knowledge, like it's there to share knowledge, but not necessarily all the time factual. And that's why you need to still check your sources or have the AI that you're using check your sources, or sometimes they're monetizing that. You have to have a paid membership for certain AIs in order to get the sources and the annotations. Similar to when you were doing a research project at school and they made you have an annotated bibliography of your sources where you got your information from. So there's so much like that. That's why I'm still kind of on the fence with everything about like how I know I do like it for learning purposes, but not to actually create or do anything with it, just to teach me things. So like there is one coding AI that I use that it will find and fix your code for you, something that you would actually have to pay a lot of money to developers to do sometimes, right? So I think that accessibility of learning, that's kind of cool, but I don't know. The whole taking away jobs thing, whether, unemployed or not, like, it's another thing that kind of bugs me because there are a lot of jobs that, like, you know, there's so many people that are unemployed right now in general, and like that trend is always going to be there. It's going to fluctuate up and down all the time. But is AI really taking away our jobs? I don't know. I haven't really looked into it in that way.
Not sure. I'm sure some right now. I'm sure some industries do feel it. I don't know how widespread it is at this point. And it's the difference is that AI may end up being able to do jobs that people actually, you know, can stand doing. So it's not like a situation where it's like, oh, these people who I don't share a background with, oh, they're taking my jobs. You know, like, oh, buddy, you weren't going to take those jobs anyways. But AI maybe could. We're going to see what the next 5 years is going to look like, and I think it's going to be really interesting.
I think it's going to be really interesting coming back to this stream in a couple of years and seeing where AI is then.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
yeah, good point.
When some people watch some of our older streams, especially like the pandemic streams and how we were all feeling in those early days and years, if you will, there have been people who've commented on those games and saying like, oh my gosh, hearing you guys talk about COVID feels like forever ago, but also so recent. And like, it gets so emotional. So it's like, I wonder how reflective we're going to be about all of this as it continues to advance. And like, as Kessler said, like the landscape's going to be changing, and like this is kind of the emergence of it, where like when the internet was new and that was a whole thing. Remember when people were skeptical about email, but that's how like most of like businesses and everything functions right now?
People were skeptical.
Skeptical.
Skibbity. People were skeptical of credit cards. I still said it wrong.
That's true. People were skeptical of credit cards, but now I don't know about the rest of the world, but the United States, like, it's such a big deal for credit.
Anyone see an NFT lately? What's going on with that? Is it worthless?
I think it's still around, but it's like whatever. I don't know. There's always gonna be phases.
Yeah, there always will be.
I know it's been a while, but Midnight Coffee really liked how the city looked. It was so cute and made so much sense earlier when we were there. We're not there anymore. But I want to make sure you saw.
Thanks for saying yes. Thank you. Oh.
Let's see.
Boom, and then we do this.
I think the reason Nintendo wants people to pay for a camera to play with friends online when Discord exists is because they want everything to be on their platform. There was a version of, even with the Switch and like the Nintendo app, where you could chat with friends and play. We've used it a couple times, but it's not as good as Discord. But obviously Nintendo wants everyone to be on Nintendo stuff, including like the Nintendo Daily app thing too,
right?
It's
just like
for
how,
news and stuff.
Remember when Nintendo pulled out of E3 and then everybody else pulled out of E3? Now E3's dead. Same kind of thing.
Mario Kart meant Polish, not Polish. I read it wrong. It's a photo edit app. Let's go.
Okay.
Earlier.
That's different.
That is quite different.
There we go. Nice.
Hey, hey Kay, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Look at the
Whoa, he's still alive.
Look at the Legal Eagle video about the New York lawyer who used AI to source past legal cases. Spoiler, AI made up cases and the judge was not happy.
I think I heard about that vaguely.
So, funnily enough, like our CPA, our tax guy, essentially for our small business, he actually told us there's this thing that businesses have when you like reimburse yourself for like business expenses and things. You can have what's called an accountability plan. And he was like, anytime you want to create one of these accountability plans, like to reimburse yourself, like you can just use AI to like draft it up for you. And I'm like, oh. Like when he said it, I was just like a little taken back.
Right.
Because it was like, wow, can you show me a draft of one that may already be in existence? Because like people are using AI to write everything these days, and it's like, where's the originality? Where's the creativity of your own like writing, your own artwork, your own like, I don't know. I get it, but I also don't get it.
There are Patreon people with Patreons that their whole thing is that just they make AI art. Well, I mean the AI makes art for them and they just type in a prompt.
Yeah.
And you know, there's real support for that. People are definitely showing support for it by giving, you know, it money. And what does that do? That just encourages more and more people. And so as they take up more and more of that space, there's a real potential that, you know, an actual artist won't be able to, you know, coexist.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And yep, a CPA is a certified public accountant.
Correct. I don't know what else it would stand for.
Well, I saw Kate wrote that in the chat, so I just I think I just
well,
attacked Sky. Didn't
if
actually
Kate
spell
wrote
it
it,
out.
then to me it comes off as very matter of fact.
Yeah.
Maybe a
And-
little snarky.
Hey Alex, how are you doing? We are well. I hope you're enjoying watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You know, I've thought about watching Xena Warrior Princess.
Xenon?
Xena, no.
Oh, not the
no,
Disney
no.
Xenon.
Predates Xenon
And
by like
Protozoa.
a
Zoom,
decade
zoom,
plus.
zoom. Anybody?
You mean that car commercial thing?
No,
What is that
Protozoa
Mazda?
is like he's
Oh,
an intergalactic pop
of
star
course, right.
from Xenon.
What does he say? Krakatoa? Is that his thing?
Uh,
Where's that thing, Andrew? I'm here. I made it. My complete chance.
I like to think that there are people out there who would still like your art, even if AI has something generated in 2 seconds. I wouldn't say it's nicer than Midnight Coffee. I think original art and artists still have so much to provide for the world, and I think people are going to realize that more as things advance with AI and other things in general.
Oh, jeez. I know we were talking about it maybe last week, maybe the week before. But in case anyone didn't hear me, people who make videos, right? Very short videos, very shareable videos on like Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, TikTok. That's all AI generated. You know, obviously they would be closely following where AI was, where AI is, and where it's probably going to go. And you know, I've seen many creators asterisk. I've seen many people say of those who engage in these tools that we're going to get to a point, maybe even later this year, where it's going to be pretty dang hard to tell the difference between something that somebody filmed and something that somebody typed in a prompt for.
Yeah, especially with like generative video stuff.
Yeah, like you've already seen improvements on hands, right?
Yeah,
like
have you guys seen
that was the first
Sora,
easy way.
right? Sora AI, like how you can literally write anything and it just creates the video of it. There's actually a creator named Nos Daily. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or know his stuff. He used to do like a video a day, like a minute a day video. He was kind of a big deal talking about all kinds of things. He's actually doing one right now where it's like a history lesson every day in like a minute, taking you through AI footage of like through AI, like it's all created through that. It's very interesting, but it's also like you can see the mistakes because you know it's AI generated.
Yeah, there was one where it was like I think it took place in like the late 1800s or somewhere around
When
there.
obviously cameras were not video footage and stuff.
The point is that one of the mistakes that I saw was that there was a cannon and another cannon had shot at this cannon, and the cannonball that hit this cannon exploded it like you would expect. However, the cannonball that was already loaded in the cannon that just got hit, well, that cannonball floated. It just stayed there suspended in the air as everything else blew up around it. And I was just like, it just kind of takes me out of the message a little bit. So.
Kirby saw a clip on Daily Dose that someone called a company to talk to a real person, but it was AI. It sounded like a real person, but they tricked it to say it was AI when they asked for its birthday, and it said it did not have a birthday like a real person. That's wild.
Well, you know how like Meta and Facebook and Instagram all kind of the same thing, getting closer and closer to that. You just scroll on your feed on Instagram and you'll see different AI tools that are sponsored, like, being pushed in front of your face, and it's literally like a lot of them, at least on my feed, are like talk AIs, like chat AIs. It's like talk with a real horse, talk with Anakin Skywalker, and I'm like, okay, like no.
And Shaky Gamer said, speaking of art, there used to be folders you could get that had a unicorn, another had dolphins, was really colorful. Anyone remember the artist's name? I think you mean Lisa Frank. She's like from the like 80s, but it was also very popular in the 90s as well. Like the different folders and journals and all kinds of things for like school and stuff like that, like school supplies.
Yeah.
Google Lisa Frank and let me know if that's what you're talking about.
And I hear you, Andrew. Thank you. I'm really close to it. I just gotta find where it is. The thing that I'm looking for. Oh, dang it. Oh, these guys are so annoying.
Cases, honestly, sometimes AI can be funny, but mostly I find it soulless when it includes people and animals, unlike art made by humans. Yeah, like that Coca-Cola commercial during the holidays. They recreated one of their old classic, wonderful Coca-Cola commercials, but with AI, and it was like, no, this ain't it, Coca-Cola. Like, you could have just reused the original one from back in the day. It would have been better than this. There was no soul.
Yeah, you can tell. I'm wondering how soon before we can, you know, simulate soul. That'll be really scary. So.
And yes, it was Lisa Frank. You're very welcome.
Hooray!
There's actually, I think there is a Lisa Frank like documentary on Netflix that I've been wanting to watch. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's about like, or maybe it's not Netflix, but it's on one streaming service. It's supposed to be like Glitter and Greed, the Lisa Frank story.
All that glitters is gold.
And I can't wait to watch it. I know it's on my list somewhere. It's probably not Netflix though, because we just went through our list on Netflix.
There,
so it's probably Amazon Prime or something.
Probably. Y'all, go away. Nobody loves you. No one will remember you. They'll remember me though.
Did you want Andrew's video reference, or you think you're close? He did post it in Discord.
I guess we could take a glance at it.
Okay. Let's see.
I just had to get on. What? That's stupid! No, Maya, you cold. Maya, cold. Oh, I can never kill it in time.
Kessler, I don't have any faith in this current federal government or administration. As far as, so Kessler said, I feel like if AI starts taking most jobs, I wonder if the government would create universal income in the future.
This particular government is hell-bent on taking away anything that they consider freebies or handouts. So, I don't think so. I think they'll line their pockets and then, I don't know, ship off to Mars or something. I think that's what's going to happen. Leave the rest of us for dead.
That's a little dramatic, but
I know.
There's just a lot going on, like even with unemployment and jobs. Like jobs aren't being created. They're reducing the force. Reduction in force across the federal government that has been insane.
I wonder what those jobs will get replaced by. AI.
Well, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, if you think about even when you say universal income in the future, well, what about like social security? That's like supposed to run out before the most of us even become adults, or
right.
Not adults, but like retirement age. I have the video.
I think I'm getting closer. Okay.
I'm not sure where you wanna. Here, I'll go from here.
Like I see the hooks that I need to be hooking onto. Wait, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that jet over there. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, you're very close.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess this is near where that was. It's just in a different... Oh, I never even got this crystal because they don't respawn. You were a terrible guard.
About 27 seconds.
Ah.
Well, if he goes up in the thingy, in that stream, and then you swing, I'll wait till he gets there.
Yeah, let me get there. I was just being chased, so...
So go up, and then to the right, there'll be a thing that you can, like, swing from. And then, again.
I'm glad when it's just these grapplings.
It's right.
Ah! Okay, we're good, we're good.
Yeah, go up there, and then you should be able to find it.
This guy? What's this guy have to say? BFP? It's still waiting for us, our hermit home, closer than one might think, beneath our feet. BFP.
So can you move him?
No, I can't move him.
Okay, keep
it
going
seems really
up then.
familiar, though. I feel like I've heard that, but there's a lot of been super depressing.
I don't know, I feel like
what
you're
the
supposed
heck?
to be there already. How many times does it go? Because, like, it's, like, right at the... I think you need to move him or something.
Move him? End his misery, perhaps? It's not working. I've never
I could
really
be
been
wrong.
able to kill an NPC.
Well, there's supposed to be a light up situation on one of these. Like, look. You're swinging, and then there's, like, a little light.
Oh, I already got it then.
Then you already have it?
Yeah, well, I mean, this was good for stuff to level up with.
I guess. But
What-
let's
what
see.
was here? What'd
It's
they
the
pick up?
bobber. You already have it.
I have the bobber.
Goodness gracious.
All right, then. I wonder how well that's going to do. I mean, we'll see.
Kate said, don't worry, I doubt it'll be gone for us. The age will definitely raise and maybe we won't get as much. But we've been like, the thing is, I don't know. It's still upsetting. It should be there for everyone that's like been doing it, you know? We've all been paying social security tax.
Right, so like if the numbers are already showing that we're not going to have the level of social security that they have now, and that's already, you know, like that's a quote-unquote handout adjacent, let's say. I just don't see universal income because that is so much farther
I mean,
in that direction.
give us universal healthcare first of all.
See, and that's the thing. Like, what if, okay, so let's for fun, let's say everybody gets paid a certain amount, right? Eggs cost a certain amount. Certain things become luxuries because everybody's on a fixed income. And it's like, uh-oh, you were born with this, like, genetic thing, and now you can't afford it on your fixed income, and, well, I guess too bad. You should have thought about that before you were born with that. I guess you die. I don't know. Man, this is a downer.
Yeah. And thank you, Kirby. Lucifer documentary is 4 episodes on Prime. I gotta watch that.
Wow, that sounds nice.
I mean, it's glitter and greed, but sure. Midnight Coffee said, I'll be honest, as a Canadian looking in, I found it weird that a South African Canadian guy was allowed to dictate things to the American government. Yeah, we find it very weird too. I mean, most of us.
Well, yeah. Well,
other people think, oh, man has lots of money, must be smart.
Yes, that is.
There is unfortunately that narrative.
Huge amount of that.
But money
support.
doesn't necessarily make you the smartest person in the room that should be controlling or making decisions on behalf of society.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it in Canada, but we have this thing. Damn it!
The fact that they broke up, quote unquote, or whatever, and he basically said, "I bought you the election." That in itself, like, frick, right?
I mean,
it's
it doesn't.
horrible.
It doesn't make me feel better about how things are going.
And
so.
Midnight also said you don't want free healthcare, but like, I'm curious. Would you be able to expand on that, like your POV about that?
I'll trade you. I'll straight up trade you, and then we'll see. You know what? Let's just try it out.
I know that everything has its pros and cons, and as a country, like you being from a country that does have that, I know one of the cons off the top of my head is that like there can be long wait lists for service providers and things when you need an appointment for something that's a little more than just your general practitioner type stuff, right? I don't know if that's the case or one of the cons that maybe you have experienced or know about, but that's something that I've thought about quite well, a lot actually. But that also goes to play that there's not enough healthcare providers in most countries.
There's not enough wealth in this country to get proper healthcare. So like, we can't even entertain the idea of long lines because people
can't even afford to go now currently.
So lots of things cost a ton of money medically because we have a over prevalence and reliance on insurance companies who basically
are for profit.
They're for profit. They gamble with your life. They find every which way to not pay you for things that you supposedly are paying for, right? And it's a gamble. You give them so much money every month, and then they say, okay, well, if this happens to you, then we'll help you out. And then they find ways to not help you out. So it doesn't even, like, the line is not even, we don't even get to that point a lot of times.
I think there should be accountability of like where our tax money is going when it comes to the federal government and things and how they're utilizing that. Like, you know how I see Mario Kart saying like it was a good idea, but it was done in the stupidest way possible. Like there needs to be compliance and accountability, but sometimes, you know, what one may think is the best way to go about it's not going to be agreed upon by everybody. Also, right now, our tax, like the money that we as American citizens pay for taxes is going to another nation and their free universal health care as well as tuition. And by they, I mean Israel, which is unfortunate because they're also, you know,
doing the things that they're doing.
They are responsible for a genocide that's happening in Palestine right now. Let's just say it and call it what it is.
Yes.
But it's so sad when you think that like why, like that's why so many people are upset, and that's why we had the No Kings protest a couple weekends ago.
We also have simultaneously like pulling support for clinics that provide medical care for people who suffer
it.
From
just
people
not
who need
from
it.
America,
also,
but across the world, like with USAID, like with USAID being shut down everything.
Yeah, there was one story of this woman. She was born with AIDS.
Yes.
And you know, she relied on a nearby American clinic in her home country to get care. It's something that she had to keep up with on like a bi-weekly basis.
And it's just shut down one day, and
Funding
she's like, "Where do I go?"
pulled.
And it's like, we don't know. It's a lot of this thing was just like the rug being swept underneath you on like a day, and then like Think about what's happening to universities and visas and all kinds of things. All of this being said, Shay Gamer, I do appreciate you saying, like, guys, we're going to be okay. Might not seem that way, but we're going to be. Obviously, whether it's the United States or anywhere in the world, like, things happen, right? Things out of our control happen that negatively or positively or otherwise affect all of us as humans on this earth and planet. And you're right, like, you got to kind of focus on what you can control, but it's also important to talk about and, like, voice your different opinions and learn about the different perspectives and be informed about what's going on and what's directly affecting you if you can do something, whether through your voice or your actions, to make sure that it's going to be okay. Because you can't just hope it's going to be okay. You got to take the necessary steps to ensure that you and your loved ones and society at large, because we should be caring about our other human counterparts and other living counterparts for that matter. The planet and animals and plants and everything. Like, all of this contributes. We all rely on each other.
We really do. It's all connected. Alright, what is this, real quick, the video game.
Hey, I think I've got enough power to charge this boat now.
Well, what are you waiting for, kiddo? Let her rip. Oh, okay, alright, we can do that.
Midnight Coffee said, my father's had heart trouble for the past 15 years, and the healthcare system always just gives him meds rather than actually trying to help in recovery or things like that. Doctors don't get paid well either. I'm so sorry to hear about your father's health and those issues and the fact that he's not getting the care that you all were hoping for. I know that there are still... I think that's one thing with healthcare in general, though. They tend to put meds as, like, here, this is what you need to do, than more of a holistic... like, how can we actually, you know, do other things to improve one's condition rather than just pushing drugs?
Yeah, they'll push.
That's a problem, I think, universally, which it's unfortunate when it hits so close to home that way. I've definitely seen it with my family too, and I hate it. And I think it's easier and better to want more than just drugs to fix an issue, if you can.
So, my preference would be if we could do combinations, right? So this is popular in psychiatry, where you will be prescribed medication, but a lot of the times you'll also be prescribed some form of therapy or some form of, like, behavior retention programs, things like that, things that are designed to also help kind of change your lifestyle, that's going to help your condition in addition to the meds.
Yeah.
But
also,
that is definitely not true in other
I feel like we're at an
things.
important part in the game as well as talking about such a heavy topic.
Okay.
Like, here's Firth, here's Kril, and they're just like, are you guys gonna, like, pay attention, or are you just gonna talk about your world?
Right, so we're all here, we're gathered here today to get on this boat to see if we can beat Roland to the treasure, right?
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Once I tell him about all the bad stuff his company is doing, I'm sure he'll change his ways for the better, you know? How do I not see Firth dying? I see Firth dying.
Stop!
I do, I don't know. Like,
I don't
maybe it's just
know.
because the what we're talking about.
Hey, can we come too?
Of course, everyone's welcome on our little cruise. Like my mama always said, two's company.
Three's even better, and so on and so forth indefinitely. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I would actually kind of prefer if we...
Look,
Wait,
I didn't
okay.
press any buttons.
I was like, dang.
That's fine, my little. So, what do you all plan to do with the treasure? If you like, get
And-
it first, you know.
Andrew, no worries at all for the bobber thing. It was good that we got those crystals and other things.
Yeah,
we're
no,
all
we found
good.
we got things that we didn't have before, and it was a net gain. So
Yeah,
don't
and we
worry.
got to talk about things like in chat. Like, I see even more comments that I have so much to say about, but I feel like story time's happening in the game as well, which is also important for a live stream.
Yeah. Personally, I've decided to give it all to charity. I'll find some place that.
Oh.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay, sure.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. No.
No, hold on.
The game's happening. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't
Andrew
know.
was singing the same thing about marriage from Princess Bride, which is a goated movie. I'm done now. Dozer, continue.
Stop falling asleep when we watch Princess Bride. Anyways, I'll find some place that helps out, like sad urchins in need or something. I'll renovate the museum so everyone can share in the beauty of our ocean, I say.
I'll save my bar and I'll put some away so my kiddos don't have to struggle.
Sounds like we've all got super cool stuff we want to do with that money. Tell you guys what, if I get the treasure first, I'll split it with all of you.
Aw, what a sweetheart.
I'll do the same, I say. It wouldn't be proper to keep it all for myself
Kril's
when
just
there's so
so
many fine
sad.
folks that could use it.
Well, shucks. Count me in. Surely there's plenty to go around once bottom feeders is squared away.
Right, so we remember why Kril wants the treasure?
For his show.
That's it.
That's all he cares about.
Sounds like we're all in agreement then. Kril? Just
Poor guy.
greedy like Mr. Krabs.
Sorry, no.
Pardon, hun?
I'm sorry, but I can't split the treasure. I need the whole thing to get my shell back.
Why, Kril? I thought you were more selfless than that.
You really keep going on about this shell of yours, I say? What's so impressive about it? Has it got a rich history? Does it hold the power to crush your enemies? Is it covered in valuable shinies?
Is it covered in pasta?
It's mine, alright? I like it. I want it back. I liked my old life before I got dragged into this treasure hunt. I like staying in my shell and not talking to people.
Introvert.
Mm-hmm.
And I especially like not knowing there were a bunch of zombie crabs and a massive ocean of gunk right outside my door. I just want stuff to go back to normal, okay?
They are shook. Normal, huh? Listen, kiddo, I'm sure you just loved your cozy life in the tide pools, but stuff ain't been normal for the rest of us from the very beginning. Quite frankly, I'm starting to think losing your shell for good might be the best thing that could happen to you. Might learn a little cod dang perspective. Cod dang perspective. That's something.
Hey, that's...
Lay off the kid, lady. If he finds the treasure, it's his to do what he wants with. Sharing's all well and good, but the only one entitled to that trash is the one who gets there first.
Y'all, this is like a whole socioeconomics course right here.
It's
as
like
told
Survivor.
by like people. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole social experiment.
That's the point. No sense in whining about it, you know?
I'm whining now? We'll see if you whine when I throw you overboard, you little puffed up. Land ho, land ho, land ho. I don't know what to do for Tortellini. You were doing Tortellini. I just kind of took over because you're doing all of them.
I've always wanted to say that.
Land ho.
Chip, chip, cheerio. Except his name's Tortellini.
And Andrew, you should absolutely watch Princess Bride. It is a
It's
great
so
movie.
good.
And Doza, earlier you called me out for falling asleep. I fall asleep for everything, so I'm tired when we finally sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah, me too. Not
Wait, is the ship a pinball machine?
the mouth of the drain.
Ooh.
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Oh, like an Elden Ring! Where you get into the coffin and you go off the cliff and the waterfall.
Like the tutorial? Just kidding.
It appears we barely arrived in time. See the rope? They've already begun extracting something. It is entirely possible they located the treasure, I say. Gird your carapaces, sisters and brothers. This barge will not go down without a fight. Hold on, they're not going to, like, attack us, are they?
What do you think we're here to do, you little introvertebrate? Invertebrate? I'm sorry. That treasure belongs to all of us, so if Roland won't give it up, we're gonna take it. Plain and simple.
I could not have said it better. You have a warrior spirit after all, little pink crab.
Well, golly, I'm blushing over here.
Oh, God. I should have known this was a bad crowd.
Are we getting into endgame?
It feels that way, but I don't know. Like, the game's gonna be over so quickly.
For those of you that have played another Crab's Treasure, how much percentage do you think we're at? And don't pull that whole, like, Earthbound thing. Just tell us, like, what you think. We're like, are we halfway through?
Be for real.
80%?
And not for fake.
Flo, you don't know. You haven't played this game. Too late. So you guys are pirate arg.
Arg.
Who goes there?
Arg.
Negative 17. 2%. You guys.
That's not
Very,
looking so
very
good.
helpful. Thank you.
You know, before we start, let me get a power from the defense category.
I actually did a theater production of Princess Bride back in the day. It was fun.
No fooling.
I still have my. I've shown you like some of my
No fooling.
like things that
I'm
I
reacting
wore.
to this as if I've heard it for the first time.
You've seen the video. It's cringe.
So it was Princess Bride all along. I didn't pick up on
The
that.
first movie Doza and I ever watched alone, like at his place, like not in a theater kind of thing. Like we used to go to movies with friends and stuff like a group thing. But when it was just me and Doza, it was actually Princess Bride, and I fell asleep. Even that first time, and Doza's just like, "What?"
It was so
at least I've been
cute.
consistent. I fell asleep. I'm so tired. And keep in mind, back then I was like working 40 hours and also working on my master's and stuff. So like, I was tired all the time, and I still am tired all the time. I really need more sleep. Am I still on a deficit?
I don't think you want me to answer that.
Okay, I'm gonna wake it up this weekend, maybe.
Well,
I say
check
this
the
every
keys.
weekend.
Let's see. 2. We need 4.
That's you, but with the Empire Strikes Back. Is that? Did we watch Empire Strikes Back together, Doza?
We watched the whole original trilogy.
But we didn't watch the prequels.
We haven't watched the prequels. We got.
Okay.
How far did we
I
get
keep
into the first
forgetting.
prequel? They got to the Gungas. So like the first 20 minutes.
The thing is, though, even though if I fall asleep, like eventually, and I'm really glad Doza's patient with this, is we'll eventually get through all the parts of a movie, even if it takes us like a week or two. And I'm so grateful that he's fine with that. Like if we never ever finish a movie completely all the way through, like that's gonna be okay.
As y'all recall,
I found my person.
something's happening this summer.
What's happening this summer? Oh, right.
Hot girl summer.
Well, yes. Hot Girl Summer, but also Naruto Summer for Nushin Doza.
Yes.
Doza hasn't put together the list yet. I've been waiting.
I have not. I need to go and make that list.
Yes.
Someone at me to remember to make that list. No! Okay. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna switch out one of my stowaways because
I don't really miss
I need
movie
enough
theaters
fall
too
damage.
much. Personally, I do love just watching a movie at home in the comfort of like our
it was
bed.
a vibe.
I like making our own snacks. Like movie theater snacks are just too expensive. I can make better movie theater popcorn at home, or Doza can make it for me.
Yeah, the amount of places that make a good one. Oh, Frederick's another fish.
Few and
Wait,
far in between.
Frederick's a ghost fish.
The soul of a fish.
I'm curious. What if I put Frederick and Chum together, and then I didn't realize I had 2 different things. So where's the thing that helps me not die from fall damage?
Minute Coffee said this looks like if Rock Bottom was a Spyro level. Having not played Spyro yet, I like the comparison.
We
still.
totally get what you said.
Years ago, sometimes I went
It
to
was
see
a
a
packing
movie
peanut.
with my dad, says Kate, on Friday nights. He always fell asleep. I was like, Dad, we should go on a Saturday. This is a waste of your money.
Very nice. Can I stand on this?
I remember a friend of mine in high school. Her boyfriend used to actually work in a movie theater, and he would let us in a lot for free. At like one of our local ones here in San Antonio, and it was cool for a while, and then they broke up, and then we didn't get to.
No. Never, ever, ever getting back together. So I never bought the thing that makes me not take fall damage. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get back at this point. Oh my gosh! Never mind. Just kidding. I'm
What's
amazing.
funny is I'm not actually friends with that friend anymore, but
drama.
I'm still in touch with her ex, and he's actually gone on to make like independent films and stuff. And the owner of the movie theater he used to work at actually officiated his wedding.
That's fun.
Such a like weird, turn of events.
Where am I going? Here. I think the geysers are gonna hurt me, but I thank you for the tip.
Margaret said, I know what you did last summer. You played video games. That's
Oh
right.
no! Not as much as I would have liked. Let's be real. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got all these friends. Isn't that nice?
Whenever someone tells us or asks us that, like when we're in the checkout line flow, like donate to the children's fund, we typically say like we already, donate to charity and have allocated our funds otherwise. Because it's true, like Doza and I have a set amount that we do give to charity every year, and it's budgeted throughout the year to organizations and things that we believe in. And like that's something we budget as well because we don't want to, obviously, you know, prioritizing things, you know? And so that's what we usually say when they ask on a whim. Because, like, when you say no thank you, they're like, oh, so you don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we do. It's just I can't make a... Like, I'm here to get groceries right now. And, like, I appreciate that you're asking and that you guys are doing this initiative. Good luck with that. We're also supporting good causes in our own way.
So when I'm in line, when they say, would you like to donate to the children? I say no. And then I leave with my groceries that
And
I
then
paid for.
Noosh comes in with the rest of it.
Right.
And I wish them good luck on their efforts because it's a good thing. Like, doing good. More social good is good for the world.
It most certainly is, and don't you ever forget it.
And I don't like when, like, different nonprofits and things, like, compete. It should be a community collaborative effort more than competing. I get it, but I also don't get it.
Yeah, the world of, the world of, charity and doing good and making sure that you get the paid dues that you can continue to do good. It's a very vicious world. They're very competitive, strangely competitive.
Since we, like, actually do work with quite a few nonprofits, there's not money in it. It's just about doing good and we like helping them and stuff. But recently I had an old friend reach out who wanted some help with like nonprofit related stuff. And I went over quite a few things. Are you okay? He keeps looking over at me.
Well, first of all, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
Second, you're my favorite person to look at. Third,
Okay.
you should drink some water.
I did. Do I sound weird?
No.
I'll drink some water.
Guys, how do I get out of here? I'm lost. How much playtime have we lost with just me running around aimlessly down here?
Anyways, she basically asked for some help with like certain things with like nonprofit stuff, like questions. And I answered him based on my experience. And then today, this is like a week later, she hit me with a text message asking to donate like to her cause with a link. And I'm like, really?
There
Like,
it is. I've gone through the exact same thing.
I thought she was genuinely like interested in getting help, like and stuff about things that have worked for fundraising.
Was this a
campaigns in
friend
the
that you were
past.
on the phone with?
Yeah.
No.
I showed you the text earlier.
No, you were on the phone with her for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Because I like helping people, and then I didn't like.
You explained so many things, and
I know.
I remember her description. Can I say it?
No, not too much. I don't think she...
No, not what it is. I'm just
okay.
saying like the origins.
Oh, sure.
Her response to your asking where this all comes from.
Keep in mind, I haven't talked to this like person for my life like
Yep,
for
the
10
guys are
years. Like it's been over a decade since I've talked to this person. Like it's someone that, you know, on social media we're friends, quote unquote, and like I remember having classes with her and stuff, but it was just one of those things that like I thought, you know, I could help, and then here we are.
So Noosh asked about the origin of all this. Where does this all originate from? And the response was, it's just a bunch of random people coming together wanting to do good. Gee, that sounds pretty solidified. I definitely want to believe in that.
Well, I thought
That's what I thought in my head. I thought that in my head. I didn't say it to you.
You didn't. And I thought it was.
now.
I thought it was genuine, but here we are. I mean,
No.
it is. It's still people wanting to do good, but
I could smell it a mile away.
She should have just asked for what she wanted at the end of the
been
day,
through this
rather than the
before.
help. I don't know.
We've played these games before.
But I want to give.
not
I don't want to
MP4.
compare everyone. Like, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know.
If there's one thing that
And-
people are really consistent with, it's letting you down.
At the end of the day, though, I wish them good luck on their thing too. It's just, you know, it is what it is.
It is what that's true.
The South Park episode where the cashier is like, okay, just go ahead and pull the sandwich out of the starving child's mouth to the screen. That's horrible. That is
hilarious. It's South Park, and they do that.
guess.
They do that for funnies.
Midnight Coffee said, hey, Noosh. Yes, Midnight Coffee. How much chum could a sea slug chug if a sea slug could chug chum? Oh, since it's asking for like a mod. It's saying ask our mod, but like, I don't know if Boxboy's still here.
Hilarious.
I don't know if Fry was here earlier. I don't know what the answer for that would be. But I guess like we moderate our own stream, so we could technically answer that too. I don't know how much.
Exhale.
Very much exhale. It's good to breathe.
Yeah, it's necessary sometimes. Well, really, whenever you exhale, it's necessary to
Well,
inhale.
it's just
and so on
A-balled
and so
our
forth.
name, our username. So it's like perhaps this would be a better question for Doza.
I agree with 8-ball. That's
Better
my answer.
question for Doza.
There we go. Barbed hook. I have so many of those. Do I not
Are you
use
guys
them
big fan
enough?
of eggplants?
What have eggplants ever done for me?
I prefer like Indian eggplant or like the Chinese long eggplant. Those like I don't really like the traditional like eggplant like at American grocery stores. It's just kind of basic. The only thing we can make with it is like eggplant parmesan, whereas like the other ones are better. Indian eggplants are really like they're little ones, but what you do is like you guys have seen it probably on our videos.
Probably.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought. No one even showed up to stop us.
What? That's how a fruit sounds like?
Something smells about
I guess
all this.
so.
Roland knew we were gonna show up. So where's all the resistance? It all really stinks of...
A trap?
Oh,
Oh no!
Roland!
You are bottom feeder.
Smells quite fishy indeed.
Civilized folk have rules.
I forgot everybody's voices.
As much as I dislike your little mottled crew, it wouldn't be gentlemanlike to have you disposed of without a good reason. But all
Roland is
y'all
rotund.
just stepped onto my
A rotund
private
immigrant.
property without permission. And where
I like how
come
Andrew just put
from,
exclamation point.
that's a crime
Saying so much with so
called
little.
trespassing. I presume you know what we do to trespassers at Shellfish Corp.
This ain't yo land.
Kill the city folk.
Whoa! Straight up murder?
Whoa, his voice is cool. Now's your chance! Yo, this is awesome.
For you.
We're gonna fight Roland? On a pinball thing?
But he's like a ball.
Send you down
Oh,
with
jeez!
Roland venture capitalist. Oh my gosh, venture capitalist, guys. Goodness.
Oh, he dodged!
the show.
Do you guys think there's
Oh,
ever
jeez.
like any good venture capitalists in our world, or do you think they're all bad? I like to think there's some good ones, but again, I like to also give people benefit of the doubt. Yes, in this case, it is a crabatalist. Crabatalist. I don't know.
Ow! Ow! Whoa!
Andrew said when I was playing, or when he was playing, he kept calling Roland Ronald, and I didn't care to be correct. Ronald, the venture capitalist. A main character in Ruina is named Roland. Ronald?
Whoa!
Ronaldo? I love the puns in this game, especially because they're nuts. What's everyone's favorite type of nuts? Yeah, I said it. Go ahead.
I won.
Good job, Doza.
We're talking about nuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Look at Krill's face.
The barge is
Huzzah!
all that remains is to
Oh, we won. Everyone got beaten.
Is this the end of the game? Like, no one really
we're gonna
answered
fall
our
into
question.
the second half of the game. That's what's gonna happen.
It took a while, but someone finally said these, Doza. It was midnight.
It took a long time.
I know, I'm surprised. Have we matured?
Don't let any
Mature
of
these
these
up.
bastards leave, boys.
Oh wait, he's still alive.
Y'all just don't know when to quit, do you? You could have all stayed.
Thank you, Flo. That
heard
one
it.
came through.
Watched the Shellfish Corp dug up this treasure and waited for that newfound wealth to benefit everyone in town.
Is he talking about Reaganomics?
Y'all just had to get greedy. You decided you deserve this treasure more than the fine people of New Carcinia. And I would be remiss as a local business leader if I didn't punish y'all for this little industry.
I really want to play Red Dead Redemption.
I know, babe.
So many.
Kril!
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back. I'm pretty sure I've been working harder than anyone else. And now all of a sudden, I'm the jerk for wanting the treasure I earned? And you don't have to do anything at all. You just sit around and stuff just happens for you. It's not fair. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
Whoa.
Oh, an actual swear.
Yeah.
Gonna get that
Kril, wait!
treasure.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna have to team up with Roland and be best friends?
I don't know where this is going, but I feel for Kril right now through everything he's been through because we've been playing as him.
Yo,
you know?
I don't think this is the end of the game.
I don't think so.
I really
There's
don't
definitely
think so.
got to be more.
We're straight up falling in the marijuana trench here.
How much does Kril weigh?
Enough. Just barely enough. He probably weighs like 15 grams without his shell. Do you think so, Flo? 76% of the way into the game?
Ooh, we got a little cutscene here. Aww.
Baby Kril! Baby girl.
Aww. This kind of reminds me of One Shot and the little, like, the scene, like, in between.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so beautiful.
Well,
no!
it also gives me Link's Awakening vibes.
That too. This is so cute. Yeah, eat a little
Top 3
buddy.
Zelda game, by the way.
Snow!
People. I hate people. Not y'all, though. Oh.
You mean the love book? The book of love?
All right.
I like how Margaret calls it the horny book.
He gets excited.
As one does.
As one made of paper, wood.
It has a
Ew.
band-aid on
Get
it.
it? Did anyone get
Is
it?
this like
It's
the
fine if
Shell's
Noosh didn't get
origin
it.
story?
Yeah, like... Wait, why is it painful to look at? What happened? Did I miss something? Can y'all explain what just happened? The shell got hurt because of the people, right? And then, like...
It's loading, doesn't
But then
it?
everyone leave without him? That there was nobody around. He was always alone. Right?
Let's see.
What critical thing did I miss?
It was kind of up to, like, interpretation.
My head. Where am I? It's so cold. Anyone?
Oh no, the deep.
Can you hear me? Nema? Chitin? Conch?
I think this is rock bottom, y'all.
Blue guy? I think this is my fault.
Kate was 7 minutes behind. I was like, it's possible she wanted both. Who? I'm so confused. I look forward to when you're in the future. Or the present with us. Are you okay? Can you
What?
do anything?
I can't move. Why can't I move? I can't even move with the keyboard. What's going on?
Did the game... X says shell shock. Can you press X?
Press, no, I can't even use my powers.
Anyone else also experience this at this point? Or did our game just freeze up or something?
I can't save the game? That's a problem. No, last save 1 minute ago. Okay, let's just try to reload it.
Game broke, game dead. No!
Dead game. I can't believe it.
Or shrimp block.
Wait, where are our little buddies?
Where? Not blue.
There we go.
There's
Okay.
one buddy. Oh, there they are. So we can pet.
Can we?
It said Y for pet.
Oh no, we can't pet them because
This is dark.
we're so sad and depressed.
What are they? Why are they here?
They're here because,
Oh, we're naked.
yeah, we are. Yeah, I'll wear this. Sure, why not? I don't know. Okay.
Why does the outfit kind of look like Mr. Krabs here?
Comes to mind
Hello?
That kind of sounded demonic.
of the earth.
Is it gonna be like an anglerfish?
Is
What could be down
someone
here?
there?
Thank you, Kirby. They are here because they are fish, and this is an ocean.
No way.
I can just imagine you like giving a sass through the screen. Like, you know?
And then
Like,
snaps fingers.
Yeah, like, I got him.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
It's a real knee slapper.
We should go towards the light.
Does anyone actually slap their knees when they, like, laugh a lot?
I do. Like, ironically.
No, it's mean, and it's rude, and it's scary, and everything nice in it just gets messed up eventually anyway.
Ain't that the truth?
What a nihilistic viewpoint. Treasure chest.
Monies.
And
It's Benjamin Franklin.
money. Someone we can talk to.
It's over. It's all over.
It's all ogre.
But like,
Earth?
for real this time.
There you are. Do you know what happened to the others?
Oh, now you care about the others, is that right?
Ooh.
You get boiled for all I care, and as a matter of fact, so can you. Take a look, pal. Here's the treasure you had us throw our lives away for.
What's that?
It's nothing! Nothing usable
It's just
at all.
paper.
That's just
No
paper.
plastic, no glass, not even a single nugget of foam.
Ironic.
Just this pile of damn paper. It's totally worthless.
Because money is the root of all evil, as they say.
They do say that.
Nothing? So what do we do now?
You want my advice? Go find whatever the apex predator is down here and jump in their goddamn mouth.
Whoa!
It'll be valuable to someone.
Are we taking this all in, gamers?
Damn, that was cold. Woo.
Look, I'm really sorry.
Get away from me.
Is this some, like,
Whoa.
alternate reality, or is this legit?
Like, it's not a dream, right?
Like, we don't know, because of, like, what ended up happening.
Let's we have our fish.
Oh my gosh. And Kirby, I don't know if you saw the beginning of this playthrough, but oh my gosh, this voice.
Is this a
I don't
So-
want to. I'm tired.
I think we need to
of
discuss
fighting.
this.
I never wanted
Once
to
the
be any
dialogue
good at
stops,
it.
we
It's
can
not gonna
I'll
stop.
never
This
get
is
my
how it
show
ends.
back. So
The
what's
world ends.
point?
The beginning of this game, we actually do talk about planet Earth, and like it not talk about, but it shows a bunch of sequence of like actually live action kind of footage. In a way, it was very cinematic, very about the Earth, about pollution, about like other things like habitats, nature, what
Yeah,
have you, conservation, preservation.
It's possible a plastic pamphlet at some point fell in the ocean, and then everybody.
So they're aware.
Everybody shared the information. You know.
Yeah.
You will die like prey, along with the rest of this world.
So you know one character we haven't seen in a while?
No.
Whoever was controlling the shark puppet thingy.
What the?
At the beginning, who took the shell in the first place?
Uh-huh.
We've never seen who's behind that, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh, this part of the game. That's not.
Get
a
off him, you varmints! Take that and that. Phew. Looks like I was just in time. Come on, Kril, up and at him.
Don't wanna.
Oh.
Hey, don't be like that, kiddo. We don't know when those crawlers might make a return. We gotta skedaddle.
Just go without me. I'm no use to anyone.
Well, that's certainly true if you're dead, so up, up. Alright, I get it. I'm tired too, kiddo. You ain't the only one who's been fighting a bit too long. You better believe I got days where I feel like living ain't worth it. Shall I had the bright idea of bringing 2 kids into this messed up mess of a world. And right now, it's looking like they'll be spending their whole life scraping what they can off that seabed, just like me. But dying now ain't gonna change that, you hear me? Living ain't always fun. Maybe not even half the time. But living's what we do. It's all we can do. We pick our sad little selves up, we put on our war face, and we shuck and survive. Because our stories ain't ready to end just yet. And maybe one day we'll even thrive. You listening, kiddo? Kril? Oh, Lord.
You pass out, I'm guessing.
I really like Nema too.
Yeah, I agree.
She reminds me of like Meemaw from Young Sheldon. Kril, stay with me, kiddo.
What happened?
Oh, thank the tides. I thought you were down the drain for sure. You just coughed up a lot of gunk, kiddo. Stuff's probably been feasting on your gizzards ever since we toppled down here. What do you think, Pops? Is he gonna be okay?
Well, I must admit my doctorate is not the medical sort, but I've seen my share of gunk infection and it appears he's fought it off for now. I suspect he'll be just dandy if he avoids further exposure, I say. We ought to let him rest for as long as we can.
Sounds good to me.
Poor Kril.
Kril. Oh man. Okay, well, yeah, in the future, just for reference, yeah, scripted deaths wouldn't count. Okay, here's the thing. Krillionaire, the treasure was worthless for everything except some experimental fashion. You can change cost. Okay, all right. You know what? Let's just be real sad about this and just wear that too. Yep, Krillionaire. Pure irony. Oh man, today's been a doozy, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of deep topics to cover.
So much.
Can I talk to this thing?
Every step of the way, you've seen the fracturing of this world. Water is turning to acid around you. Lucid minds coming apart at the seams. And deep down, you understand what it means. That this world is reaching the spiral center. That apocalypse is nigh. But do you comprehend apocalypse, little crab? Can you? Certainly not. If you had truly lost hope.
We are down bad, y'all.
Oh yeah.
This world must end.
I feel like this is gonna be a boss.
That comes afterwards.
Whoever's talking to us right now.
I agree.
Scream. You think you've hit rock bottom, crab? There is so much.
Like to the depths of hell.
Oh yeah.
If you believe in that kind of thing.
So at the end of all Souls games, basically, you typically have a choice between two options. You can essentially, let's just go off of Dark Souls for simplicity, and also because we played it on stream. You can relink the fire and try to, you know, grasp back at the glory days, but all you're doing is just kind of prolonging the inevitable. In Dark Souls, everything is decaying and has been decaying for many years, but linking the fire is the only thing that most people agree on could make things at least a little bit better for a little while. The alternative is entering in the Age of Dark and not linking the fire and letting it go out, but that would mean engulfing the world in darkness. But is it better than a constant state of decay? I'm wondering what we're gonna have to do in this game.
Our journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that whatever this demonic voice is, by the way, I love the voice acting of it. But I think it's going to be evil.
Seems that way.
Or bad.
In Elden Ring, there's you could take on one of the endings where you basically let the chaos of fire like take over everything and just destroy it all.
Yeah.
Start over.
So Conchir is saying that the treasure wasn't useless.
Oh,
and
really?
Krill's like,
what's that supposed to mean?
Means the possibility remains that we all come out of this as rich crabs. But we shan't find out if we get devoured down here, I say.
Just like Andrew won't shan't spoil.
So our first order of business should be making our way to safety. Tread forward a bit and then you'll spot the ruins of Roland's barge. Meet us there and we can plan our next move, I say.
Alright, I guess I haven't got any better ideas. Here goes nothing.
Good call, Noosh, good call. Do I talk to the rest of these?
The Unfathom?
The Unfathom. Do I get zapped?
Is this a new area?
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't have a shell.
I haven't found anything to put on.
Oh,
Ooh,
that was
okay.
a screech.
I'm scared of these
There was
things.
a can
They're
by
creepy.
the other dude. Like, I don't know if we could have used
Really?
it.
I'm going back. I have my little friends help me out.
Curses
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
it's
right,
possible
you're right.
they did not see if anything else was in the chest. Could be jewelry or something. Don't know. I mean, it's about perspective, right? Like, while this was, like, what we saw, a majority of it was just cash. You're right. They didn't look through it to see if there was anything else. The jewelry and, like, earlier, the whole, like, mother of pearl thing with oysters, like, that was the thing that we saw early on in the early game. So it could be something else like that. But I think it's also important to remember that when it comes to treasure, and the fact that this title of this game is called Another Crab's Treasure, maybe one crab's treasure or one creature's treasure or one human's treasure isn't going to be the same as another person's. Like, what we find valuable isn't going to be the same as someone else's, what they find valuable. It's all about perspective. And, like, for obviously our main character Kril here, he wants his shell and he wants things to go back to normal. That's kind of his prerogative. Whereas others, they want riches and things for other reasons. Like,
They've been suffering so long, it's kind of like we're owed this.
we're owed, or they want it for different reasons. Like, one being a mom, like for her kiddos, the others being for like business or what have you. Like, it kind of resonates with, or symbolism wise, real life. Is that like a light stick?
Yeah, that's why there was a little indicator, and now the area's lit up.
Yeah.
So let's
maybe you have to do that everywhere.
Yeah.
This is kind of like Tears of the Kingdom, where we light up the way in the depths.
Remember when you have to like follow the way the torches blow in Breath of the Wild? In the Lost Woods.
Right.
I can see that too.
So maybe, yeah. So maybe it's like the One Piece. Like Monkey D. Luffy's treasure is, the One Piece, and other pirates and what have you. So in this case, it's something else.
Yeah, I definitely know
Whereas,
all about that.
Money and like that would be a treasure that a lot of pirates, like human pirates, would want, right? They want a chest full of money and jewelry and all that stuff. But for critters down here, that's just paper. That ain't even gonna work for anything that they want.
It's funny because they made so much use out of everything else that's basically garbage.
But paper is just soggy. Like, we even had the tissue box or whatever as one of the shell things.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
I fell for it.
This is why I'm so much more scared of like underwater than I am of space.
Let's go, little guys. Wow, they're really good. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
what
are
did
a
it
few
drop?
unique shells
Nothing?
in the Unfathom, says Andrew, but they aren't exactly in obvious spots, and the dark makes it harder to find. Good to know that there's something down here, though.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Another phone? Why are there so many phones?
Because
Muscle
people don't really
plus.
use phones anymore. It's all about that cell phone. When's the last
I
time you
guess
used a
it's all-
landline?
I don't know, like 15 years ago. Like me personally.
I mean, actually, the hotels still use landlines to call service, but nowadays they're kind of going away with that too. I know we like using Marriott, like Bonvoy, like our rewards program. So when we stay at Marriott hotels, we can do everything through the app on our mobile, like smartphones. Whereas you don't have to use, like, even for talking to like room service or like needing extra things or whatever, you can just message in the app like a chat. You don't have to use
Like a Chad.
you don't have to use the landline in the room anymore. They're still there in some places though.
Ooh, how about a rotary phone? Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Or you have to dial with like the circle thing and you gotta turn it and turn it and turn it.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to come back.
My parents have an antique phone like that because they like collecting some antiques, and I used to touch it for fun. I wasn't supposed to.
No, you're gonna wear it out.
I still did. Mario Kart has a rotary. Let's go.
Nice. Wait, had. Well, still nice.
The ocean's bottom is dark like the belly of a shark. A crab travels the depths, a heart full of regrets. The light is scarce, but let us put an end to this farce.
Farce.
Well, scarce. I wanted it to rhyme.
That's okay. I did the same thing with an Edgar Allan Poe
The
poem.
Raven.
I think it was the one with the heartbeat under the floorboard.
Oh.
And there was one line where it ends in evil, and then the next line ends in devil.
Oh, so you did evil and devil?
Yeah, I said evil. I got my name written on the board that day.
There was this whole container of Garfield phones that fell off a ship and littered a beach for like 30 years before they found it. It was a big mystery. That's wild.
Dang, that sucks. For everything that was living there.
There's also an outfit and another neat stowaway. I'd have to look up guides for them though. Says Andrew.
I mean, maybe. Things are neat and interesting. If we find it, we find it.
Kate said Doza, my great grandma, who you saw pick up, had a rotary phone when Kate was a little girl.
Well,
and
awesome.
Kate's caught up. You're in the present. How you doing?
You did it. Dun, dun, dun,
Huzzah.
dun, dun. I don't know why I just started doing the A team. I haven't already even seen the A team.
Scarce, farce, scarce, fierce.
Heart and never mind. Dang it. Get it on there. There we go.
One time the state of Oregon decided to blow up a whale. Poor whale. Justice for the whale. That's so sad.
For some weird reason, my mom gifted me for my birthday one day.
1 year, maybe?
Yeah, there's this like old show. And I say old, but it's like the 2000s or something. Maybe 2010s. I don't remember. The show was called Reno 911. It was definitely not my cup of tea. And I think it was my mom, but it could have been like a friend of hers or something. But they gifted me for my birthday the movie of Reno 911. And it's like one of those like not documentary things where it follows like a small like police station in the middle of Reno where like, I don't know, nothing happens. I'm not really sure what it's about. But in the movie, there's a beached whale. But it's already passed away, and it's already started to decay. And they try to move it with their hands, and one of them falls inside.
No.
Yeah, it was awful.
As you were telling the story, Mario Kart actually said Reno 911 is my show mockumentary, and I was like, this is going in a direction, and you went in the direction, and then here we are.
Yeah.
In other news, Kate's good has a bowl of some braised meat and rice for late dinner. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Anyone else have any stream snacks or dinner they want to share with us? What they're having, that is. You don't actually have to share the food. Doza and I had some, we kind of did like a halal cart rice and shawarma situation, like a bowl too.
Yeah, it was delicious.
It was, yeah.
It was so freaking good, and I can't wait to have more of it.
Yes. We're saving it for lunch tomorrow, though.
Yeah, well.
You want it after stream?
I don't know.
We skipped lunch today and just had fruit.
Yeah, we just kind of worked through lunch.
Yeah.
But we got a lot done. So
I was on a
nice.
customer service call.
Yes. And I was making videos for not Nushin Doza.
For other YouTube channels. Check them out here and here and here. Just
Pull
kidding.
my hair out.
Though one of the videos,
into pieces.
actually 2 of the videos we made today were pretty cool.
This is my last resort.
Suffocation, no breathing.
Eating.
We're a little crab in the ocean breathing.
No, you did great, Noosh, okay? Don't let everyone say you didn't. That was awesome, and I love you, okay?
I love you too, Doza.
Alright, don't listen to the naysayers. Despite how true it may sound, don't listen.
Okay, where are you going with this?
I'm not.
Oh man. Customer said whale carcasses are dangerous since the gas inside their bodies eventually explode.
Oh yeah,
Wild.
they are. It's like there's this thing on the internet. It's called a spicy pillow, and what that is
it's not a pillow that's spicy.
no, it's usually a laptop battery that has started to expand and
then blow up.
yeah, it's an extreme
That's
fire hazard.
dangerous.
It's like having a small bomb. So like you have to dispose of it a special way. You have to call up people. It's a whole thing. I hope to never encounter a swollen battery. I will freak out. I'm not good in that kind of situation.
I do remember that story about the rubber ducks and the serial numbers to track ocean current shaking gamer. That one I do know about. And yeah, so Reno 911's a comedy show. It's like The Office but for cops. I didn't know that. That's a good way of describing it.
You know what vibe I got? I got the Super Troopers vibe.
Speaking of The Office, yesterday was Mindy Kaling's birthday, and she was in The Office, and like I watched a compilation video
So iconic
of all of her Kelly Kapoor like scenes and like things that she says, and I was like, this is just great. It makes me want to rewatch The Office, but then like not really, because I got my fix with the scenes and the compilation.
Like I know what happens.
But yeah,
Hey, Moose.
Midnight Coffee had some coffee and Reese's chocolate peanut butter cups. Let's go. Flo has some pudding that tastes so good. Let's see. Mario Kart has fried up a can of corned beef. Wait. Oh, he has to use a screwdriver for the can. I was like, what? I read that weird.
Okay.
And then Kate said, I'm not great at making fluffy rice, so I tried the microwave directions for basmati rice and actually turned out great.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm glad
that worked out for you.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out for you. I would, like, I don't know if you have an Instant Pot, but you can never go wrong with making rice in an Instant Pot. Though you could also get, like, a smaller little rice cooker situation, too. I don't like making rice on the stovetop. I prefer doing it in, like, a pressure cooker situation or rice cooker.
It over.
I mean, I just don't like doing it that way.
I didn't say about
it's more
you.
efficient.
I was sharing my.
That's true. I should allow you to speak. Yes.
Oh, SpongeBob at the Christmas party.
Guys, now we know where it went.
Oh, if only we had a VCR. Anyone know what a VCR is? Let us know.
Well, they know what VHS tapes are. Takes them back. This is Midnight Coffee.
That's hilarious.
Don't listen to the naysayers, no matter how true it sounds, is a funny quote. It really is.
Hey, there we go. Okay. What is this? What device is this thing?
Did you watch the one comedy show where she played a doctor? Yes, the Mindy Project,
I
where
loved
she's
it.
an OBGYN. Yes, I've seen it a couple of times actually.
Noosh had me watch it and I enjoyed it with her.
It's probably going to be super rare that I haven't seen something that Mindy Kaling's in. I'm very inspired by her journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what she makes next.
Yes.
think
She's
it's gonna
actually
be a
like
good
thinking like
time.
more than acting.
Ooh.
She like prefers like, you know, directing and producing and stuff these days. So that's been fun as well. And writing, of course. Exiled Flame.
Edgeguard your enemies so effectively you'll forget to question how fire can be burning underwater. So Edgeguard, that's a Smash term. What did the...
And that's a good call, Kirby. I'm glad you decided to stop using it. Could have been very dangerous.
Thank goodness. Ah!
Don't have either of those devices. Issue too many appliances on the counter. That's fair.
Whoa. No, Noosh, we did not.
I do
trash out.
think... I don't think we needed to today because you did it yesterday.
Not necessarily. Tomorrow's better.
The Instant Pot is one of those things for me that
Want
like
that.
we use it so regularly, like it paid for itself, and like it's an appliance that I really can't go without now. I mean, a pressure cooker works too, but this is just a pressure cooker that's more advanced, more modern, and does so many different things, and I appreciate it a lot. And the brand. If they were to ever like sponsor us for anything, I would take it, because like we not only use their Instant Pot, like their main like kind of thing, but we also use it. Our air fryer is the Instant Pot brand one. We also have a steamer frother situation that's also Instant Pot brand. Like we're really diehard Instant Pot fans right now with the brand.
True. Oh, I'm so close. This is an Aether of Rivals reference. I would never have guessed, but it's cool though.
I grew up with VCRs, Doza. I'm
Yep.
above the Gen Z trollery.
Ahead of the game, as they say, or behind. I'm not really sure.
Disney VHSs were the best. They would be like different colors too. Nickelodeon would be like the orange.
Oh, I can totally make
orange VHSs. I think Disney was blue, if I remember
this.
correctly.
Kidding.
You found the outfit, huzzah! I'm a little late.
Well, that's okay. I'm trying to get over to this ledge. I'm wondering if it'll happen. I won't die from the falling because of the stowaway that I have equipped. Thankfully, we bought it. I thought it was going to be useless.
Rivals of Aether reference?
Aether.
Aether reference?
Yeah, Rivals of Aether. It's like one of those 2D Smash games, except you have to spend money on this one. But I hear it's very good. Oh, we're so close. I feel like we're playing Mario Odyssey, trying to just make that gap, and it's like I could go the way I'm supposed to, or I can try to figure this out.
And yeah, Kate, like some of the medical stuff
close.
wasn't like accurate in a way, like that wouldn't happen with actual, you know, doctors, but obviously it's a drama show, you know, drama comedy, not even drama. Is it a drama comedy or is it more comedy? Because I feel like there were some touching moments that were drama more than just funny. But either way, it's all fictional, so. But yeah, I get what you mean. That's kind of like when like Grey's Anatomy like sometimes does things wrong, even though they have a lot of medical research and stuff that goes into it, and like consultants, and there's actual nurses who even play parts in like the like the OR rooms and things. It's really cool, but it's also like you're still gonna notice things. Like if you have been in the medical or healthcare field, or you are a doctor or nurse, you're gonna notice some stuff. It's like that's not real.
Yeah, I always look for that kind of thing when it's like something I specifically know about, particularly video games, you know?
Yes.
I try to see, is that a real game? Is that
Or
they
is
playing
it
a real
fake?
one? Are the buttons mashing up
What's
with what's
funny
going on?
is when the same show has fake and real
Whoa.
video games that they show. That's always wild to me.
There'll be like a random like, oh, that's clearly Overwatch 2, and then the next game that they'll play a couple episodes later is just some like nonsense Gears of War clone.
That one show with Rita Moreno, like it's called Once Upon a Time, right? That had a reference to Overwatch. Not only Overwatch, but like esport Overwatch, like competitive.
Yes.
It was so wild. It was the first time I'd seen Overwatch like out in the wild in like a fictional show, and it was just
Yeah,
like,
that was
wow,
cool.
that was very cool. But that show ended sadly.
It ended
I liked
sadly?
it. No, like it ended, and I was sad that it ended.
Okay, yeah, me too. I don't remember how it ended. What was I doing?
I don't think we're beating this game today, Flo. And you
What?
saying
No.
that actually just showed me that it's already almost 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh!
Ah.
What? Who?
It was a-
Nobody
it is a
warned us that it was 2
Wednesday.
hours. I can't believe it. Let's find a good stopping
we got
point.
calls tomorrow morning. I didn't even realize.
We got calls to make.
The
we got
outside
bills to
is
pay.
also, because it's summer, it's still light
Oh,
out,
jeez.
and it's freaking me out. Usually it's dark. That's why I didn't feel.
And it's
and
later too.
I didn't realize what time it was. That's
It's
why I didn't
later At the
realize.
same time of all of
Yo,
that.
like,
That's concerning.
It's completely light out, and like it's only like it's not even 9 yet.
I am concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. New plan. Finding a stopping point. New plan.
Mario Kart had a fan episode in his head where Nushindoza helped consulting with Patty's Pub and Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but things go all wrong. I might write it sometime, but most of it escaped my mind. That's fine. Doza and I sometimes also like insert ourselves into TV shows and like, what would we do in this situation? You know?
Right?
It's fun to like fantasize about, but also like to write this ridiculous scenario or like just I don't know. It's just weird. It's fun. It's like improv.
The what if scenarios.
Yeah. So is it testing the boundaries of falling without dying 100 times? It happens.
I saw something up there. I saw another one of those little crickety cracks. Where
Anyone
you hit it and it lights up.
remember the
Gotta go this
person
way.
that recorded 70K VHS recordings of TV? She also was an early supporter of Apple stocks and companies like that, which let her afford to do that. That's wild.
Dang.
I do not remember that, but that sounds crazy and awesome.
I did not know any of it. How do I get around? I
Well,
saw to the left.
They do say that you're not supposed to treat yourself, whether you are a doctor that specializes in something or not, because it's gonna be a little different. But yeah, you're right. It is pretty insulting to get like an informational book when you're an OB. Well, about pregnancy specifically.
Yeah, I imagine so. It's not like a well-mannered
All
gift or
the
anything.
tapes are being archived online. I know, like, I remember we used to tape stuff too, growing up, the VHS thing. Like, some of them were like some of my favorite
I was
like
gonna say,
holiday.
yeah, tape was big
No,
back then.
some
We
of my
used to tape everything
Stop.
together.
Some of my favorite holiday movies, we used to like tape it when it was on TV. So like I remember this one VHS, it would have like that movie, and then it would have all the commercials from that time. And like I'm pretty sure it's still at my parents' house on the shelf.
Fun.
Yeah. Andrew posted the outfit reference. Ooh. Okay.
That's cool. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Force Burn, also known as his title of The Exiled Flame.
Title of the Exiled Flame. That sounds really cool. It reminds me of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Midnight Coffee, I would be the first to die in The Walking Dead.
Because
I would like try to hide
you.
or something, but probably not. Like any of those like end of the world scenarios, I can't. I know like we fantasize a little bit about The Last of Us and like we want to be Joel or we want to be something, but like I'm scared.
I don't know if you know this, but Joel, you don't want his ending.
We all die one day.
Spoiler! Oh my god, I'm gonna die! No! That sucks. Thanks, Noosh.
It's inevitable. Immortality is dead.
Mortality is dead. Put
That
that on a
too.
shirt. How do I get over there? I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those. What do you call them?
Feats.
Of course you'd know that line.
Thingamabobs, I've got plenty.
I thought you had 20.
And more.
But who cares? Is this our first like aerial reference all game? No, I feel like it is.
Because there were sirens and stuff. Has anyone seen that new Netflix show, Sirens? It's wild. Or wait, that's not Sirens. What's it called?
Yeah.
Remember? It was weird.
Oh, no, I think it was called Sirens.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, it had almost nothing to do with the water, surprisingly. Almost. There was some water. Can I make that jump? No, I should go around. Okay, I haven't figured it out.
No pitfall damage is fun, although you use the assist option. It's how I made the game more fun for me, says Andrew, but you do you. You do you, though.
Yeah, I'm not
Whenever I saw this last time, I was saying the you do you with the parentheses like that, it just looks like a face, and it makes me like giggle like a little bit on the inside.
Parentheses. Oh. Paper claw, let's go. Okay, we gotta watch out because the scuttlefish wants me dead.
I don't know who's immortal or not, but like after seeing The 100, which is another TV show that's like really intense and has a lot to do about like living and death and immortality and other stuff, like I don't want that. I want to go. In fact, I used to say like I want to die like by an age that like like my 50s or 60s, because like I didn't want to get to an old age and not be able to like take care of myself. But I see so many people who are capable at still 50 and 60, and it's like that's ridiculous that you ever even thought that. But I was a kid. I was dumb sometimes.
Well, don't forget, like when you're a kid, it's like, what? You're what is it, like you're 19?
That's old. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like don't take yourself too seriously, you know what I mean? Shortcut discovered. Oh,
Let's
that's
go
nice.
shortcuts.
Let's go short. That just sounded really nice. Let's go shortcut. You know what I mean?
That's like when the guy with the meat, like the cold cuts.
Yeah, it's a cold cut. It's a cold cut.
What's that commercial for? Like Subway or something? Like
well, I can tell you that it's not basketball. But no, it's football. It's a football player.
It's a football. Yeah. So it has to be Subway, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Wait.
There are. Like I have a grandma who's almost 90 and she is strong, resilient. She's wonderful. Like she's done so much, and like I see her still capable, still partying it up at weddings. Like she was at a recent engagement for her family, and it was like I saw pictures and she was just having the best time. So like, yes, I know, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh my gosh, that's old. I can't even fathom, you know? I ain't no kid no more. I'm a young adult.
Right.
Facts.
Get wrecked.
Was it Jimmy John's, the cold cut thing? I don't know.
Is it?
I'm not sure. Don't forget the air dash for horizontal movement, says Andrew, as a reminder.
Feels more like
it's so nice having someone that has played the game. Thank you, Andrew.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, with the thank you, everything else was great. Don't forget, you can dodge in this game. Thank you. I'm dying.
And yes, she can party. She can dance. Like she has so much fun. I miss her. I hope I get to see her again soon.
Oh dang! What am I gonna do? There we go. Pick up. Ooh, sand dollar. Nice.
Jimmy John's is the best on the East Coast. We like to go to Jersey.
So are they like not great at making sandwiches on the East Coast?
We go to Jersey Mike's for our sandwiches.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is like fine over here. Like
kind of mid,
I don't
honestly.
have any complaints.
We don't go. I don't. Have I ever had you? I had it once.
I don't know if you've had it actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do we? Oh, the other one's Firehouse Subs.
The thing is that we have so many options, and I know what Jimmy John's is about, and it's it does simple very well.
One of the highest rated sandwich shops in San Antonio is this place called Gino's Deli, and they.
Well, that's not even fair. Like you can't compare.
It's like it looks like a little gas station. Like you don't expect sandwiches there, and then it's like really good.
Ow. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I just think that, I don't know, for some reason in particular, I guess making sandwiches is like a really competitive market in San Antonio. So, there's just always places to go that are also chains. Usually, you know, I associate chain food with like inconsistency. In some days, you'll have great food, and other days, not so great.
Box Boy, I love that. So one of Box Boy's great grandmas, 94, he thinks she was fully blind. She would still go in over to the, I assume, casinos to win big, smoke hard, absolutely wasted on shots, and still walking fully straight lines. Downright partier that said death would have her when it earns her.
That is that's a movie line.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
death will have me when it earns me. That's so kudos to your great grandma for saying that. Like that'll stick with you. I love that.
Same these. Oh, and Andrew, please do not worry about it. I say it as a friend.
Toza's just a dozo.
I am. And Quiznos, I loved Quiznos, but I haven't been to one in so long. Do we still have any in San Antonio?
You're absolutely not backseating. We appreciate all of your help and tips. Like I'm very grateful that you're here.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a stream game where backseating was like an actual like
issue.
Oh gosh.
Not this. I'll tell you that.
What would it have been? I don't know. Maybe I'll think of it. Maybe I won't. Maybe somebody remembers.
The Last of Us.
What you mean the first time?
There was a couple
so?
of people. There
probably.
Like, I don't know. It's not usually
it's
like.
It's gotta be one of those fandoms. You know what I mean?
It's not usually people
like
who are here
Last
regularly in our community.
Undertale.
It's like random people who are very, very just passionate about a certain game, and they're like,
rules
don't apply to me because I am the biggest fan of this.
No,
game.
I'm gonna make sure you get the best experience, but you have to do it exactly
and then they
this
get
way.
really mad if they don't listen to you. There was actually one person. Remember, they DM'd us after they were like, "If you listen to me, you'll enjoy the game more." And I'm like, dude. Like that's great that you're this passionate and opinionated about this, but like we're gonna have the playthrough we're gonna have, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. That's up to the opinion of us and you if you're gonna continue watching it.
If the
we're gonna get what we're gonna get.
Doesn't translate, then that's the game's fault, not mine.
That DM was pretty funny.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Incredible. I thought for sure it was too good to be true, but these ruins, this symbol. The treasure hunt was no red herring, anything but. We're on the cusp of an ocean-shaking archaeological discovery, I say.
Oh, okay. Is it a discovery that could buy me back my shell?
If my hunch is correct, it can do that and more, child. These pillars are fragments of a place thought long lost to the waves.
You mean the old ocean?
Is this the first time we're ever hearing about the old ocean?
I think so. This is new lore.
Oh ho, so you've been paying attention, son. Alright, well listen up. Listen up here, boy. Relics from it used to show up from time to time, but they were always quickly scavenged and repurposed or locked away in private collections. I dare say if yet unsalvaged, artifacts from the old ocean are strewn about down here. Why, imagine the going rate on those suckers these days. I can't imagine your shell's current owner being unable to part with it for a treasure like that. And the way these pillars are laid out, yes, this used to be a road. See that light in the distance? That should be our next stop on our search.
Oh, I think that's an umami current. If we make it there, I can teleport out of this trench.
But you'll assist me with the research first, I hope.
Yeah, whatever you say. Let's just make it there first and then we'll talk.
That sounds like a good plan,
That's
Kril.
us.
Yeah, I gotta say, I never trusted this guy from the beginning.
Yeah, Deltarune, I'm pretty sure in the chapters we have played on the stream, we've definitely had some backseating. But it happens. I mean, that's just the nature of like streaming in general, that you never know what you're gonna get. But we are, like Kate said too, we're very fortunate that most people that do stick around in this community are not only kind and following our rules, but are kind and compassionate to each other. It's just, we've been very, very lucky.
Did you hear? Conch says there might still be a chance for me to buy my shell back.
Kril, can I ask you something?
I get it. My shell's not a big deal compared to everyone else's problems. But I just...
Not that. I'm curious. Even after all we've been through, I still don't know a whole lot about you, Kril. Take your life in the tadpoles, for instance. What'd you do back then? What kind of stuff did you enjoy?
Nothing.
Alright, I guess if you don't want to spill your beans, that's...
I'm telling the truth.
This is really sad.
I think I just did nothing at all, mostly. can we keep moving now? It's getting cold here.
Sure, kiddo. And that's a stopping point if I ever saw one.
Let's save it here. We'll hit that umami current first thing tomorrow.
I mean, we saw that flashback, and I feel like that's gonna be really important later. So Doza, you should probably rewatch that before tomorrow because you kind of looked away for a little bit.
I looked away for a second. Okay? But yes.
I really like doing their voices. Especially when these two have dialogue together. It's fun for me.
Yeah, I do love their interactions. It's
I'm just
really
a Southern
good.
belle.
Like this if underrated was in the dictionary, the picture of this game would be there.
But yeah, that is it for us today. We went a lot longer than we thought, so hopefully this doesn't freak over our work schedule tomorrow. But as scheduled and as planned, we will be back same time, 6 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And that is it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for another wonderful stream. Great conversations. Was anything to add here?
The die instantly is there in case the player gets stuck and soft locked, right?
Exactly.
So that way you can respawn. That's why it's there.
Well, y'all take care too, and we'll see you bright and early in the evening tomorrow.
And I wonder, with all the sadness of today, will Kril tomorrow be playing hacky sack with one of the hard things?
Give us a thrill. That's right, we're rhyming. I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the night.
You got a little Jenny and Georgia thing going on.
I love Jenny and Georgia. I want to talk about it so bad.
That show is dark, I gotta tell you.
Anyways, that's it for us. We're Noosh and Doza. We're Globs are signing out. Good night, y'all.
Adios,
Take care. Don't let the bed bugs
muchachos.
bite.